Blessings, blessings, blessings. Good evening to each and every last one of you. I thank you all so much for tuning in for yet another night over here with the Truth Be Told TV family. Blessings to each and every last one of you that are in the comment section. I ask that you all hit the like button, comment, share, and sub to our channel. Therefore, when we go live, you'll get the notifications. Blessings to everyone in the comment section. Blessings and shout out to all my moderators. I got my girl Kish, V, Emma. Shout out to Miss Emma. Blessings to everyone on tonight. Latisse, blessings to you all. So I'm gonna bring up the family and blessings to everyone. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. So y'all know I'm gonna be munching on here tonight because I was running a little behind in man time. So when I got to work, I was sitting in the drive-thru forever to receive my food. So yeah, I'm gonna be eating on here tonight. Okay, y'all. So no coffee tonight because I don't think it's good to mix coffee with chili. I'm eating some chili. I don't think that's a good thing, y'all. Okay. So anywho, blessings to each and every last one of you all. And as I stated, when you come in, please hit that like button, comment in the comment section, share, and sub to our channel. Also, y'all, thank God it's Friday. The weekend has started for a lot of you all. So I'm sure y'all gonna turn up and do something. But blessings as you all be out there and just be blessed. Okay, so shout out to my panel that will be up on tonight. Also, shout out to my fellas that comes up here, Sir Miguel, J-Rock, to all the kings that come up on the panel to be up here with us as me and my family be up here. They are officially a part of Truth Be Told TV family as well. So shout out to everyone that comes up to the panel. Also, if you all would like to come to the panel, please hit that StreamYard link. And it will bring you all up here. As long as you all have your facts right, you can come up here. But don't come up here on the panel and you ain't got your facts right. Just that simple. Okay, so first up, I got my boy, Mr. Bass. Mr. Bass, where you at, babe?
Coming on up. How's everybody doing this evening?
Blessed, how are you today?
I'm good. No complaints whatsoever.
All right. Shouldn't be.
Hey, I want to thank everybody that's come out tonight to join us, and we appreciate it, and we're honored to have you here. We are also honored that you've taken the time out of your day to drop in on Truth Be Told, and we ask that you like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell icon so you can get the notifications when we go live. Peace and blessings to you. I'll be speaking with you a little later. Peace.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bass. Peace and blessings. I love you, babe. Thank you so much, though.
Love you too, boss lady.
All right, babe. So I see my girl Trey in and dropped in. Thank you all so much. Thanks to my fellas who be operating that content in the back. I seen it. They make it do what it do. My moderators in the comment section, keeping it clean, which, it's always clean. I thank God, that's the direction that we're going, and that's just what we do over here. Straight positive vibes, baby. Positive vibes. Y'all already know. Next up, I got my girl Tips Love too. Tips, what's up, boo? Are you with me tonight?
I am with you. What's poppin', boss lady?
What's up, girl? What it do?
You know, chilling out at the fair with my kids.
Oh, you at the fair with the boys?
You know it.
Oh, blessings, girl. I remember those days. Mine don't like to do much no more. They
Girl,
adults, but
got me outside here this late.
that's good, girl.
Thank you.
So we ain't hearing your crickets tonight
No,
until
you
it's
might not. You might not till I get home.
you good, love. So we know you had a blessed, marvelous day today because you with them babies. You got life and you with them babies out there enjoying life. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So what are y'all like? What are y'all doing? Like, are y'all having fun? Like,
I'm standing here. They're having fun. They riding these rides, girl.
girl, don't let them get on nothing too high, chips. It's
You
just
know I
crazy,
ain't. It's
girl.
crazy out here.
hmm No, don't let them get on nothing too high. Let them enjoy themselves, but get on nothing too high, okay? So, y'all, I'm so sorry, very disrespectful, but I told y'all I'm gonna be eating up here tonight, y'all. Y'all forgive me, but
None of that.
big baby gotta eat. Big baby gotta eat. I ain't ate nothing today, Tip. I haven't ate anything. So yeah, big baby gotta eat. I gotta eat my old little salad and chili I got. I ain't fooling with that coffee tonight, cause that'll be a messed up situation.
Very bad situation.
I just had a taste for some chili, because they had this chili sauce that they're putting in the chili now. It is so good, you know. So all is well. So our boy Mr. B in, he's running a little bit late. Yeah, I know my guy be having to work and put in. So, I was told that my introductions be too long, Till. What you say? Go
What? I thought we go straight to the point.
on. Girl, I thought we did too after 10 minutes. Girl, I done seen some introductions. Girl, they be about 30 minutes talking and then they pull up the info. But all is well, girl. We're gonna take our precious little time. It's well, Pooh. So how is everybody doing in the comment section on tonight? Please chime in and let me know where you all are chiming in at, whether you cross the world, whether you on this side of the world, whether you're in another country. Chime in and let us know where you all are chiming in at. And once again, blessings to everyone in my comment section. Uh-oh.
You don't need no
Blessings.
chili.
Huh?
You don't need no chili. Look at you.
I don't, girl. My reflux finna whoop my butt tonight. That reflux finna tear me up tonight. You know that right there.
you couldn't wait for fall to eat that chili, huh?
Girl, yeah, I had a taste for it on my way to work. I'm like, man, I'm about to stop and get me a salad and some chili. And that's what I did. Okay, so we got Latisse in the house. Latisse said Maryland. All right. I already know my girl Emma. Mississippi, baby. I already know what Emma chiming in at. So where else everybody chiming in at? Kissing that Yay. Okay, Mr. Blessings, babe. Do what you gotta do. We'll see you when you get her, babe. So yay.
Boss lady, you saw the picture of Tasha K at the bank in front of the bank in Africa. Stop playing.
Girl, no. Girl,
Stop playing.
girl, wait a minute, Tip. Girl, drop it a little bit, girl. Don't drop it, girl.
Girl.
I ain't see it.
She's standing right in front of the bank. I said, boy, wasn't we just talking about her doing this? That's what she doing. She was dressed with her little purse and bag in front of the bank.
Girl, so she down there in Africa in front of the bank. Girl, didn't we say she was going down there to take them coins out, girl? All right, Slady and Miss
Yeah.
Blessings, though. We ain't gonna talk about it, but it is what it is, Hey.
You gotta go see it though. She proud. Ain't nobody there to pat your back. You better cut it out.
Okay, but girl, she over there hiding that money, girl. She hiding that.
Had her purse on her shoulder and everything, girl. You had to see that mess.
Oh, girl. So I wonder if she coming back. Yay or nay?
I think she coming back. She just, having a getaway. You know where her money gonna be at. It ain't gonna be in America. And that's why she keep doing everything off her little website. Cause she ain't posting crap really on YouTube. She just give you a little snippet and say, go to Tasha K TV.
Girl. She knows she ain't slick for real, right? God bless her. Hey, girl, I guess we gonna the rest of the year, about next year, honey, we gonna see all of them
We gonna
going
see how
through.
it all play out, huh?
Yeah. They all gonna be, going through something. Cause she was the first, she was one that put it all out there on Kels and making it do what it do on him, doing her whole little show on Kels. Didn't want to go on there again and tell me some whatever the hell she was on there saying. God bless her. Don't pay to hey, it don't pay to do wrong. It come back from law school. Wait a minute, I said law schools. From lawsuits to leaving the US, baby, going to hide your money, honey. They going after your bank. Good God Almighty.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, I told you, better be mindful of the seeds that you sow, especially when you put your mouth on the chosen one of God. You better be mindful. Better be mindful. You can't just walk around and keep putting your mouth on people.
Keep telling you,
No,
all
no.
of them falling. It's crazy.
Yeah. Girl, we seeing it playing out before our eyes, ain't the girl?
They put Robert name in their mouth and everything falling apart.
It's crumbling, girl. Got them running all the way to Africa. She should have went to Zimbabwe.
I don't even know what country she went to.
Girl, she should have went on over there. Look, like T said, it's the Kelly Karma train. Yes, girl, yes. Blessed, Lord, can have mercy. The ripple effect.
Yeah.
Ripple effect, honey. All right, girl. Look, they laughing at me in the comments. Says, it's the truth. Ain't it the truth too?
It's the truth.
Girl, they done put their mouth on that man and lied on that man and did some of everything. Girl, look at them. Honey, they flying all to Africa, Zimbabwe, hiding money. Girl, how you know they still gonna get that money, girl?
They ain't gonna get that money. Tasha know what she doing.
Girl.
They gonna get the rest that's here.
So she took all of it?
Girl, y'all gonna find out. And they did her, I don't even know. That's crazy. Cause that lady won Tasha K.
Did she sell her house? She sold the house?
Nah, she still got this house in Georgia.
Oh. Girl.
Cardi trying to seize property and all.
Huh?
Cardi trying to seize property and all.
Girl, I know I seen her going for the bank, honey.
She want the bank. She want property. She want anything. Okay, what you talking about?
Oh, girl, she
yes. She want to seal everything, investments, all of it.
Girl, the clothes on her back, the shoes on her feet.
I don't think she want those. Yeah, she might get the Tasha thyroids like that. She better leave that little outfit.
Yeah, B. Yeah. Tips Love too says she doing the property and everything, baby. Cardi coming for everything, huh?
Cardi wants it all. Cardi say, "Hey, you online still talking crap?"
Happy people, yeah.
But she's still talking crap and atting the girl. So.
Turning. Happy people. Oh,
yeah.
Girl, off the
T said pennies and all, not pennies.
Girl, baby, I wonder if Kels know this. You think he know this down there? Gotta write him a little snippet.
You write him a letter.
Write him a little snippet and say, Kels, baby,
payback is a mother. That's all you gotta put.
The Lord said vengeance was mine. So, Kels, were you aware that, we got the girl, her over there running to Africa and hiding her money, getting sued and girl, ooh, happy people.
Yeah.
Yeah. God don't like ugly. Told you. The same way they destroyed, call themselves destroying this man and doing what they did to this man. Everybody seen it, right? Oh, the old people tell you when you dig one ditch, you gotta dig two, right? I don't guess they dug that other hole for them tips. They ain't digging tip.
They digged it for themselves.
Girl, no, they dug it for cows, but they didn't dig it for themselves.
They thought they didn't, but they falling in the hole now. So who they digging for?
Girl,
Themselves.
happy people. All right, y'all. Look, Mister in the comment section talking about panties. I don't think Cardi B want the panties good.
I'm sure she
I
don't.
mean, Mister. I'm sure she don't want the panties. I don't want the panties. Okay, so we through talking about the people that getting their due diligence from being low down in this thing called the universe, getting the seeds that they have sown unto others, like God wasn't gonna allow them to reap them. Okay, so happy people, Mr. Bass, come on, baby, run that content. mm, 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 mm. Good chiller, girl. Good chiller. Okay, so I stumbled across this right tip.
Told you about them scammers.
Yeah, so in the name of R.Kelly and Gladiator, they out here scamming. So can you help me make it make sense as to what they out here scamming? Like, what are these people doing?
But I
That
told you this. They've been doing this since New York. That's why even if I wanted to, I refuse to send my money to any goddamn body because they have been running these scams on YouTube with Cash App and all this other crap. And Robert ain't never seen that money.
girl. So
Mm-hmm.
my girl Gladiator. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Tip. Let me shoot this out there real quick. So my girl Gladiator posted today, and she stated, "Notice to any other individuals who attempt to use me or my client to run scams, you will be reported to law enforcement as I forced to do today. For the umpteenth time, please do not send funds to anyone claiming to be raising money for Robert Kelly's defense." Now go ahead.
And do you see how she said she's already reported somebody? So there was
Umpteen
somebody.
times, girl.
Nah, she said today I was forced to do that. So that means somebody out there got sent to law enforcement today, and this was just a warning to the rest of the suckers who think they're gonna be out here scamming and paying their rent in Robert's name.
Girl, these folks is crazy.
I told you, Robert brings this kind of attention that is, I don't even know. It draws a lot of people, good or bad. And none of
Girl,
them ever have his good intentions, regardless of all the shit they see Robert has been through. They still out here on the same shit.
that's that light tip. He draws broken, thieving, liars like me. I draw like when you have an anointing, a certain type of anointing, and your light so shine, you draw different type of things that it's unwanted. It's very unwanted. But we have a place in this world that we have to.
She's told them before. First, they started sending her money orders and checks and stuff, and that lady told them then, "Don't send me shit. I don't have no way to send this back. But what I'm gonna do is put it in a brown envelope. I don't want to be no parts of the little file plate that y'all be doing."
Girl, it might be them Browns over there.
It is.
You think that's what it is too?
Yep.
Girl, what all they want, girl?
Girl, they want it all next to those bloggers. It's those bloggers mixed with those women.
Okay, see, Teresa, shout out to Teresa. She said it could be his so-called victim girl, Teresa and Willie
That's what we
participants.
just said. Them
Them
girls.
Willie recipients. Girl, they get restitution, Section 8, immunity. Girl, they getting all type of shit. So what? Good God Almighty, that girl, that's a scoring brawl for real, ain't it, Tip?
I told y'all they bad off. Like, at what point? And these are grown people. Like, this shit sad as hell. Y'all see what all he's been through. Y'all supposed to be, I don't know what the hell, fighting for Robert, but y'all on the scam too, baby. Y'all like, yeah.
Girl, because with that being said, it's just sad that this man is in here. They done lied on him. They done did everything. They done did everything to him. They done called him everything but the child of God. They did some of everything to him. And they're still out here conniving and thieving. But, scavengers. Now I call them vultures. That's what vultures do. Okay, Mr. Bass, you can keep it running. Free cares, baby. Yeah, I have it, baby. Robert Sylvester Kelly, wrongfully convicted. Wrongfully convicted. All right, Mr. Bass. So let's get it. Now you can go ahead on and play the links. I'm sorry, y'all. I hope I ain't smacking. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me too?
I can't hear you.
Girl, cause you know I get to smacking loud. Let me go on mute. Hey, Parch. Shout out to Parch in the building. Shout out to Parch in the building. Traylene, ain't that funny, girl? Mr. Bass about to get them links started in a minute, y'all. Girl, your tip, I decided to do Miss Salad.
That's always good because
Well,
kid salad was looking good too.
hey, you
Right?
need to send me some more links. That was it.
Ah,
Let me go back to my email and check.
no. Those are screenshots. I'm talking about the links, Mr. Bass. Booyaka, booyaka. Boom. Hold up. I'm so sorry, y'all. I told y'all I was rushing. I'm usually on it where I usually have my links and all of that. I do apologize.
Yeah, resend them or drop them in the.
I'm about to reset them now.
All right.
I'm so sorry, baby.
It's all good.
They said you smacking. They said close your mouth, girl.
I'm sorry, y'all. I told you, girl. Hi, Solo. Look at that girl, Solo Dolo. What's up, loving me? You been loving you, girl. Shout out. Welcome back. Y'all, I'm sorry. I got to send this content over. Please give me 1 minute. I'm sorry,
They
Mr. B.
said chew with your mouth closed, young lady.
I can't, y'all. I can't, y'all.
Not the tooth thing. And you muted. Crazy.
All right, Mr. Bass coming through. Girl. I'm sending this content out, girl. You better be sitting up here talking. Mr. Bass, talk to Tip, please, because I hear crickets. I'm finna be smacking y'all. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to deal with Sheba.
Oh, Lord. Spoil girl.
Yeah, all
Spoil
up here.
girl.
She wait right until we go on live every night.
Mm-hmm.
And,
And cut up. I want her dead.
And my wife got to work tomorrow, so she already in bed. Lord have mercy. Mm-mm. Yes, indeed. So, Tasha, she probably over in Ghana because Ghana offered that dual citizenship.
I don't know what her husband is, honestly, but I know it's some fishy shit that she been married 17 years, ain't been to Africa, but she went this year. I know when the shit hit the fence, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, get up out of here.
Yep.
Trying to.
Hey, I ain't even mad at her. Somebody got to play the game with the government. I
Yes.
wish her the best. I hope she don't go to jail.
Well, I don't know how. I'm almost positive the U.S. got extradition with Africa. You know what I mean?
I think in some countries, not all.
No. Okay.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
They wait to catch you on U.S. soil. So when she come back to her house in Beaufort, they gonna grab her ass by the end.
And she,
That
she ain't gonna,
thyroid gonna really be acting up.
she not gonna have no house in Beaufort. That's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Yep. Everything that she own over here gonna be gone.
Yeah, because that's what Cardi trying to get.
Yeah. Yeah, that big pretty house. That big pretty house she had down there in Georgia, gone.
Mm-hmm. Yep, right here up the street. She better be on her best behavior. Cause real.
She better have a good VPN too, because if she try to sneak back in the states and go online, they're gonna track her because they're gonna be on her.
Oh, she know it.
Yeah, the FBI gonna be on her.
She's trying to detach herself from YouTube. She's really only using YouTube now for advertisement.
Uh huh.
She ain't uploading the content on there, and then those people paying for it too, paying for her website. I think it's like $10 a month times 5,000 people. She making a little bit of money.
Mm. Wow. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know she was raking in because me and Boss Lady was talking about that a little earlier today. How these YouTubers they start out like they're supposed to, and then that money start coming in and go to their head, then they get crazy. Everybody can't handle money.
We're talking about
This whole thing, I declare is wicked. Mm.
how you eating and bringing your face to the camera like this. This don't make no sense.
Mr. Bass,
Yes,
check your drop. Mm.
I'm going in there right now.
I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, when the live got started tonight, listen, I shot him that content so quick.
I haven't received
Oh,
any.
so Teresa says she heard that Cardi done garnished her money. Woo!
Yeah, she sent documents in. I don't know if it's been approved yet. She sent it to Georgia for Georgia to start garnishing her wages and property and investment. She ain't care what it is.
I haven't received. I haven't received the boss letter.
What's wrong with you tonight, boss lady? You about to get a
Nothing. Nothing. That's poison.
You the one eating got you distracted. Come on now.
Okay, sent. I wonder if because I got all these damn devices on. Y'all, this is some weird shit going on. I know I ain't tripping. Okay, you keep talking, Tip.
Yep, Tasha got all that money. She was right behind that little boy. What's his name? Ryan Toy review on how much money she was making. Now look at her, just out
Wow.
here. That girl was making good money. She thought YouTube was gonna have her back, and then YouTube pulled the rug. Went to court and said, "Up, them allegedly don't work."
Mm. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, let me do this like this. Hold on, Tips. This is weird.
Yeah, I know. Cardi had somebody had posted where Cardi was gonna try to freeze her bank account and stuff, but I think she probably too late for that.
Yeah, she might be a month, a half a year too late, but whatever new getting in that mug gonna be Cardi's good.
Mm-hmm.
Feel Cardi though. I want it all. I feel Cardi. I don't care what y'all say. I want it all, baby. You was telling people I got herpes. Look here. I hate my kids. Like what? Because they darker skinned than me. All kind of crazy crap, yo. I want all my coins.
All right, it just came in. Give me a second and I'll have it loaded.
Fix your face.
So you know what I did, Mr. Bates? That's weird because I put it all together and sent it to you. So you ain't receive it like that. So all I was able to do, I did it another route. And you sent it like that. So it's like different emails that are coming through to you.
All right, now there was only one link in here. Am I supposed to have more than one?
Yeah.
That email I just received just said maybe it's coming in slow or something, but I'm the one that I have right now is the Kelly wins against RICO charges.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, mister, you done made it in?
Oh, yeah, well, kinda, but you know.
All right. Still in between, huh?
Yeah, I'm heading to the house.
All right.
You know, I figure I'd come in here while I'm walking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was just thinking, I was talking about she done went to Africa. I said, man, I told y'all she was going over there to move some money. She was like, man, they should have never gave you niggas money. Yeah. Man, Cardi talking about, man, bitch better have my sweet potato pie. You know, with my pie at. I need my bread.
Okay, y'all. So, listen, y'all. I'm so sorry. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. I just love y'all. They so patient. Oh, we got my boy Corey in the house. What's up, Corey? Shout out, Corey.
Corey coming in.
Apologize, y'all. Listen, I'm not sure what's going on. Like, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I said the content, then, but that's weird because Mr. Bass, how is it that you didn't? How is it that you receive the screenshots, but you ain't received the same links? When I had all of it attached, how I usually would do it, right? That's crazy.
And it says the court prejudice on R.Kelly. Which one you want? Which one you want to show first?
It don't matter. Make it do what it do.
All right.
All right. Shout out to my boy Summer Girl. Summer Girl in the house. Blessings, King. Blessings, Summer Girl. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go on mute with my smack and let Mr. Bass drop the content.
Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you.
Echo,
Mr. Bass.
The conclusion of R.Kelly's Chicago case and a mixed verdict is confirmation that this was a complex trial,
much more different from the related 2008 trial and his New York trial. With a total of 13 counts spread across 3 co-defendants, the trial proved to be one like no other for R.Kelly and his legal team. Although the trial started off on a rather low note, at the knowledge of the glaring fact that the central witness in R.Kelly's related case in 2008, Jane, had started cooperating with prosecution and was inevitably expected to testify against Kelly, the verdict clearly places R.Kelly in the victor's seat as we speak. The impeccable performance of R.Kelly's legal team led by lead attorney Jennifer Bonjean actually paved way for success in R.Kelly's upcoming trials, with specific focus on the RICO charge in R.Kelly's New York trial, which, according to Bonjean, was explored by prosecution only as a bid to have R.Kelly behind bars for almost equivalent to life. It should be noted that the RICO charge against R.Kelly in the New York trial was merely brought in by the far-reaching hand of prosecution, to simply manipulate the trial, seeking to have R.Kelly charged for a long enough period, making it greatly dependent on proof that R.Kelly worked with other members of his team in committing these allegations. Now, with the Chicago trial jury finding both McDavid and Milton June Brown not guilty on all the counts against them, the New York RICO charges start looking more like a vendetta by the feds, to merely have R.Kelly charged of allegations he had no hand in. Although we can give some credit to the attorneys of both co-defendants, we also ought to acknowledge that it was evident that there was no way whatsoever prosecution was ever going to be able to build a case around the ever-changing testimonies of their key witnesses in this matter. Bonjean has always been vocal about her frustration learning of the RICO charges against her client by prosecution. During a post-sentencing press conference, Bonjean spoke about appealing the charge, saying that there was no evidence to support that her client was a part of an enterprise, and called the charge completely inappropriate. These were not a RICO Act violation, Bonjean stressed. These were isolated events that happened many years ago, and the government simply tried to plead around the statute of limitations to bring in a RICO charge, which was completely inappropriate. She continued, saying, "All I can tell you is there was no enterprise. There was no enterprise. It was one man with allegations by a number of women, which doesn't make it an enterprise, and that is why he's not guilty of racketeering," she lamented. She added that she was excited about the appeal, and confident that their appeal would persuade the Court of Appeals to dismiss the charge. "I'm sure prosecution can now comprehend and fully make sense of what Bonjean was trying to stress then, and they must be currently struggling to come up with a plan B now, in time for the appeal, evidently too late into the game." The criminal charges that R.Kelly was convicted of in the New York trial included 1 count of racketeering and 8 violations of the Mann Act. The RICO Act was used in the alleged racketeering charge. Although racketeering is a charge often associated with organized crime, it can as well be applied to any ongoing, coordinated illegal scheme or criminal enterprise to carry out a common purpose. In R.Kelly's case, prosecutors argued Mr. Kelly and his inner circle worked for more than 2 decades, in multiple states to promote the singer's brand, and also allegedly recruit different individuals for exploitation, and to supposedly produce inappropriate content. Really? But then, RICO was not designed as a means to punish a single individual for his own wrongful actions. It was therefore clear that RICO was only being used in this case in an effort to subvert various statutes of limitations relevant to the case. Concerns had also been raised about the indictment's complete silence regarding members of the entourage, said to have furthered the alleged enterprise, and the equally damning silence on how these could have benefited from R.Kelly's actions. Prosecutors in the New York case must have assumed a ray of light in addressing all these concerns when a joint trial in Chicago came to light, but their hopes must now be shuttered after learning of news of the acquittal of the 2 co-defendants. Bonjean said New York prosecutors improperly presented an overabundance of bad character testimony from a parade of witnesses that overwhelmed the jury with salacious information about Kelly's habits, but had little or nothing to do with the racketeering charge he was facing. The implied bad character was equally trashed in the Chicago trial, with most testimonies surprisingly revealing that R.Kelly actually kept mutual relationships with all his past relationships, a clear sign he had not abused them. Who in their right mind would maintain a close friendship with their abusers to the point of attending their parties? One should wonder. R.Kelly fans all over the globe have also started exhibiting much optimism towards the upcoming New York appeal, in light of the largely positive verdict in Chicago. Brenda says, "It is indeed great news to learn that the narrative about R.Kelly is now steadily changing for the better, and that the public is now getting a chance to see him for who he really is, beyond what the feds, supported by social media and other corrupted media like Lifetime, had created. R.Kelly is a fine, loving man that was victimized for his big heart by his own apprentices and colleagues. It's equally absurd to learn that the government used his kindness to incriminate him at all costs, riding on the lies of many that had crafted individual plans to extort him of his monies. Indeed, R.Kelly was merely a victim of the normal superstar problems that almost everyone with fame and money goes through, but for the feds to ride on this and plan to take him away for a long time, that's totally overboard. What makes his case a little different, however, is the fact that he never really was a successful, famous musician, but also black. Now that the world has managed to see how different R.Kelly is from the man portrayed in the infamous Surviving in R.Kelly, Nicole says, I personally welcomed the news of the R.Kelly Chicago trial verdict with pomp. Winning 7 out of 13 counts was phenomenal, and most definitely a big achievement by the R.Kelly team in Chicago. This shows you that the guilty verdicts can easily be appealed to have R.Kelly gain his well-deserved full freedom. The most exciting news was that about the acquittal of R.Kelly's 2 co-defendants, McDavid and Milton June Brown, which confirms that the government's decision to charge Kelly on RICO charges in New York was sheer malice. This gives us much hope in R.Kelly's appeal, since once the RICO charges are dropped and out of the way, the few remaining charges can always be tackled individually. We should all be thankful to Bonjean and her team for their exceptional performance in the Chicago trial, despite all the prejudice that the presiding judge portrayed. They have indeed set a good ground for the upcoming appeals. I honestly just can't wait to follow up the New York appeal and see R.Kelly earn his well-deserved freedom back. That's all we had for you today. Please let us know in the comment section below if you too feel that the RICO charges have now been thrown out the window. We value your honest opinion. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand.
All right, family. So before we run into that content like that, Mr. and Tips, let me shout out some people in the comment section. We got Smitty Quapal, blessings. Welcome to Truth Be Told, Smitty Patal. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Please don't charge it to my heart, baby. Just hey, baby, I'm a little fool over here, okay? My girl Peter in the comment section. Sir, all my moderators, blessings to each and every last one of you all. So Teresa, everybody in the comment section, thank you all so much for tuning in. I ask that you all hit that like button, comment, share, sub to our channel so that every time we go live, you all are going to get the notification. Please. Thank you all so much. So, Latif said New York trial was about his sex life. Baby. Teresa says basically he was tried twice for the same corrupt charges from these so-called entitlement victims whom he had taken care of for years. Ask your former president, he's get to oh Lord, Teresa. But yeah, pretty much that's what they did. Yes, they really did. Yes, they did. So, Mr. Bass, you want to go ahead on with the rest of the content, and then we'll just talk about it all, or y'all want to chop it up now? Because I only dropped 2 links. Tips, crickets, Mr. Crickets.
I'm here with you.
Where is everybody? Hello? Is anybody
I'm
home?
here with you, silly.
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm getting set up. I'm getting my stuff turned on and set up.
Okay.
Run it, Mr. Bass.
Yes.
Overnight, R&B star R.Kelly arrested in Chicago on federal spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office in Chicago telling USA Today a federal grand jury has indicted Kelly on 13 counts, including child enticement of a minor and obstruction of justice.
You are welcome to HN What's Your Say, the #1 listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R.Kelly. Real name, Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. For the past 3 years, R.Kelly has been prejudiced by the authorities who have been handling his case. starting with the government prosecutors who were found to were illegally involved in investigative activities and attempt to collect evidence that would incriminate the R&B king, when one of them contacted Jim DeRogatis through a disposable email, and more such scandalous actions. This was only recently made known to the public, when McDavid's attorney made an investigation into the cell phone communications between the government prosecutors and their principal witness Jane. Case observers have also noted that the way the two judges, first in New York and later in Chicago, have handled the trials, rejecting literally every defense motion, while unfairly granting what was regarded unnecessary immunities to the prosecution witnesses. A move that they have determined unfair practice by law. It has also been well noted how much the court has chosen to entertain the telling of lies under oath, something that commonly leads to wrongful convictions. The Chicago judge's attempt to overthrow justice when he suddenly changed the indictment also did not go unnoticed. The observers say overthrowing justice according to law is equivalent to an attempt to overthrow the national constitution. The observers also noted that almost all defense motions which were filed by attorney Jennifer Bonjean were substantial and deserved consideration, specifically pointing out the one that highlighted the statute of limitations and double jeopardy, legal considerations that should have been invoked during the court process. One of them stated that while R.Kelly may have been accused of the various crimes, and while he may have committed some offenses, his rights as a citizen were duly violated throughout the court process. They say this is not acceptable practice in our country, and the government should not ignore this. The observers also noted discrepancies in the way this case and those that came before it that are similar in nature have been handled, citing the New York trial which imposed a RICO charge onto the defendant with no clear evidence of an enterprise. Something that when compared to other cases in this category has not been done before. They say there is no way to sustain a RICO charge with only a single defendant on trial. Another injustice that was noted was the repeated denial of the defendant bail leading to a 3-year imprisonment without trial, something that hindered defendant's right to freely access his legal advisors and prepare for the 2 successive trials. The 30-year sentence which R.Kelly was subjected to in Brooklyn was also a point of great concern. According to the team, the weight of this sentence is quite fraudulent and inappropriate, even if the RICO charges remained valid. There was no reason to issue the maximum sentence for a first-time offender. R.Kelly may have had to endure jail time before this, but this was on matters that were not criminal at all. He therefore should have been given the most minimum of sentences for each guilty count, and all scheduled to be served concurrently and not consecutively. There was also no reason to split the case into 2 considering most of the alleged crimes are said to have been committed in Chicago. R.Kelly should have been tried once and given a chance to respond to all allegations in a single court trial, where both his co-accused should have been present too. Moving him from one state to another to deal with almost similar charges against the very same accusers was a psychological attack on the defendant, and a move later found unnecessary by the independent observers. Also marked as important to the court was Bonjean's motion which determined that R.Kelly needed a retrial in New York, considering he did not get meaningful legal counsel throughout the trial process. It's different when these mistakes happen and they are ignored by the defense. But when the defense lawyer remembers to point them out during the timeframe given for post-trial motions to be submitted, the court ought to look into the matter and take action where necessary. This, however, according to the observers, the Brooklyn Federal Court did not do. The element of witness credibility was also completely ignored when individuals that were renowned for testifying lies under oath were brought to the stand to pass judgment on the defendant. According to the observers, the United States of America prides in individual character as a prerequisite for believability. This character can only be confirmed through reviewing a person's past records. It is therefore important that government witnesses possess certain minimums when it comes to character, before their word against the defendant can be assumed meaningful and usable as valid testimony in court. The independent observers therefore note that there is every reason to conclude the legal processes taken were prejudicially against R.Kelly, and were not seeking to offer him a fair trial after all. It is therefore critical that they work towards correcting this in order not to humiliate the United States court system in the face of criticism by the global legal systems. According to some fans of R.Kelly, the analysis report is accurate and yes, It looks like the legal system in our country has been sucked dry by the politics of race and greed. There is no way a system can prejudice a citizen to that extent, and we assume things are okay. It is global judicial standard to remember that even a suspect has got rights as a citizen. R.Kelly was duly denied all his basic rights as a suspect. He went from being a free man, straight to being treated like a convicted criminal. This is not acceptable. We are in an era where it's being considered that suspects of attempted murder are not detained, but still R.Kelly was denied bail, a window which was meant to allow him sufficient time to interact with his legal team and prepare his defense. He did not get the chance to do this. For this reason, he deserved a retrial, which his new attorney requested in a post-trial motion she filed. Still, this was rejected. Just how much should R.Kelly have endured in his quest for justice? Why does the government expect too much from him yet offering nothing itself? According to Kimberly D. Martin, the judge did not rob R.Kelly of his victory. He needs to know that it is God he robbed when he did what he did. It is definitely not in God's interest that a man be prejudiced to this extent, and his freedom taken away in vain. If someone committed one crime, it does not give the government an opportunity to exploit this incident and use it to bury the person alive. This is what they are trying to do to R.Kelly. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.
So y'all, Corey said, notice they had said successive trial. Remember, he stated before it was a successive prosecution and explained what it was. Okay, so Corey, break it down in the comment section, or either you can hit the StreamYard link, keep your camera off, and come up to the panel and break it down for us. If not, love, just drop it in the comment section and want us to read it. And no, this is not wine. This is tea. Oh, good old Wendy tea. Shout out to Dipped in Chocolate. Blessings, love. Thanks for tuning in over here to Truth Be Told TV. I ask that you hit the like button, comment as you are doing, share and sub to our channel. Please, love, blessings. Thank you so much for your support. So tips number 2, Mr. So y'all, like, what's up, family? What's up? Oh, Lord, is my panel. Y'all, I think my panel sleep. Okay, so let me just talk to my peoples. Mr. Bass?
I'm here. Go ahead.
Okay, so Mr. Bass, me and you gonna talk about it. I think Tips love too. You know, she out there at the fair with those kids. And Mr., he's, you know, making it do what it do, setting up so he can chime in. He'll be walking out of there a free man, along with suing the government for violating his civil rights. Absolutely. Absolutely, Miss Teresa. And I stated that y'all, they violated chaos. They violated, they violated, and I wrote everything down, and I had commented, you know, I had chimed in on it and talked about how they violated his rights. You know, they violated him, his Fifth Amendment, as well as his Sixth. Like, they really held him messed up. Okay. So Dipped in Chocolate says she's been a sub for a minute. She just been ducked off in the bushes. Well, all right, love, blessings, welcome, and thank you so much for subbing to Truth Be Told. So, yes, like stated, Miss Teresa, you are correct. These back-to-back trials, I never knew could ever even happen. This is unheard of in the same. Yes, Peter, I've never heard no shit like this a day in my life either. I've never heard of such a magnitude, like back to back like this. Like, no, that's what goes to show you all that, you know, pretty much like stated, and like we all over here know, if you're not aware and you don't know, yes, they are trying to destroy kids. And this does not have with no willing, this has nothing to do with the willing participants. They just use them as pawns. They use them as pawns to destroy him. But this is deeper than just chaos. Help me out, Mr. Bates.
Yeah, I was listening about the what he was saying about traveling back and forth. That's something that's going to have to be dealt with by the law, because that is procedure. I've transported inmates from one point to another, and in the state of Virginia, if they got a case like in Maryland or something, you actually have to take them to Maryland. I don't know why they feel that's safer, but now that they have the
it's called waiting indictment, expediting or something like that, right?
Yeah, expediting them for a trial.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and but now that they have the Zoom stuff going on, things may change. But what they're doing is current procedure. As far as moving him from Chicago to New York. Because other words, if they had kept it in Chicago, that means that the witnesses and stuff would have to be transported to New York, you know?
Shit, they giving their ass section, they transport them motherfuckers. Flew them out. Ain't that what they said? I got flued out. Why they ain't flew their ass out? They ain't worth a plane ticket. Put their ass on Spirit and let them fly. I'll put them on one of them federal planes.
Like, that was country as hell.
That's what they be saying, flued out. Fake news. Wait a minute. That's what they be saying, girl. Him flew me out. Flew. Yeah, they should have flew them willing participant out, man.
Could you spell that for me, please?
Could they flew out? It ain't even such a thing, baby. But hey, they got flued out. They should have flew their ass out, baby. Flew them right on out on Spirit, one of the roughest flights you can ever get on.
Wrench it out.
Yes, y'all. Hey, y'all better hope I don't be on crunk up here. This tea, baby. I'm feeling fail.
You gonna wrench it out?
We got Sir Miguel on the panel, y'all. Shout out to Sir Miguel.
Hey, blessings, brother. Blessings.
Good evening, Truth Be Told TV.
Hey, blessings.
Mr. Bass, Mr. Tips Loves too. How y'all doing this evening?
Blessings, love. Blessings. How are you this evening?
Hey, God is good. Made it through another day.
Amen.
Made it through another week, so I can't complain. Everything else is secondary.
Amen.
Yes. Facts.
See, I told y'all it was a word. V just typed it in there. Flued out. Told baby the government should have flew their ass out. They gave him Section 8. So what was they couldn't, But okay, y'all go ahead. I'm gonna just sit back and sip on a little of my tea. I'm drinking some tea tonight, y'all. I ain't on my Folgers, so I'm gonna sit back and drink my little tea, and I'm gonna chime in with y'all. So y'all, so we got Mr. Bass up here on the panel tonight, family. That's my Mr. Bass there, baby. So he up on the channel tonight. He ain't got no more content, so he gonna be up here chopping it up with us, y'all. So let's go.
All right. Sir Miguel, you was saying, what was you saying there, brother?
What? In terms of R.Kelly?
Yeah, I thought you was going to say something about that.
Oh no! Well, before I even say anything about R.Kelly, I just want to say I don't know if you guys heard about the young brother down at Elmore Correctional Facility. Yeah.
What happened?
He his health is deteriorating, and it's been kind of going, all over the place in terms of on social media and stuff. I don't
mean to cut you off, Sir Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm oh Lord, have mercy. So I was disobedient, y'all. If this thing came back to me, y'all remember we was in Clubhouse, and I had sent the link to a couple of, I got people all through the whole Alabama prison system because that's where I'm from, and so you all remember what was stated when he. When they chimed in and they had watched our lives, right? And they was like, well, boss lady, you should do lives on the prison system down here in Alabama. And he was going to be sending me information. And he was like, is this, that, this, that? This was what one told me. And he was like, is this, that, and this, that, and the third. So V says she sent it. I'm sorry, V, I have not seen it. So I'm going to check into it. But however, Sir Miguel.
Yes, ma'am.
Asked me to do, how long ago was this, Mr. Bass, Mr. Tips?
About 3 weeks ago, right? Like right at the I say about a month. It was right at the beginning of the R.Kelly trial.
Wow.
Because we was a few days into it.
Okay.
And a few days into the trial. And you had got a lot of emails.
Yes.
And I remember you talking about it, about the Alabama correctional facilities,
Yes.
And and we kind of laughed at it because we was like, man, we don't. You said you don't want.
I was like, I gotta pray about this.
He was saying, because he said, I need to give your information to a couple of people in here.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, oh, hold up, I'm just getting up on my information.
Yeah, I remember that. I hate that we didn't look into it now that we know that something is really, I mean, in every correctional facility, there's a lot going on that we don't hear and see, and it's just,
what's funny about that situation is his name is Castillo Vaughn, and what happened was his sister went to visit him last, I think in July. So all of a sudden they took her off the approved visitor list. So now the thing that just went, it just blew up. Trey Ben from out of Houston is on it. I forget the brother. He's a doctor.
What you mean Sir Miguel, they just took it upon themselves to take her off the visitation?
Yes, because she kept calling and kept.
Yeah, she kept calling. Yeah, and
Miss V sent it in the thing, and he's
okay,
like,
you all go ahead on and talk about it.
He's like negative. I don't know how many pounds. He literally looked like he's 82 pounds.
It looks terrible. So and the reason why Castillo Vaughn, I think. And the reason why I'm bringing it up because when I was going to school in Birmingham, I was doing an intern with the Birmingham Police Department some years ago.
What school you went to, Sir Miguel?
I had went to Lawson State Community College.
Oh, you went to Lawson State over there on the west side. All right.
Yeah, and because I have my grandparents and my parents are from Birmingham, so I would go visit in the summer. So I actually went to college at the last minute. So, and the reason why I'm saying is because I had a chance to go to Tutwiler Women's Prison at 19 to go visit, which is the only women's prison in the state of Alabama.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting because I had a chance to meet a young lady who was 14 years old, and this was like in probably 1989, and she was doing a life sentence. And when I saw that picture, I just went straight, started sending emails late last night to the prison or whatever, just to kind of give my feedback on the whole situation and so forth and so on. So it started making me think about R.Kelly and stuff like that, because Boss Lady said last night that R.Kelly is covered, which is true. So we got to start making sure that we cover other Black men and women that may be going through stuff like this, because that picture right there made me sick to my stomach. Literally.
I'm looking at it too, and that's just
so.
But hey, I'm here to tell you all, right? Like literally, y'all. Alabama correctional facilities has not just gotten like this.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama correctional facilities is the most despicable, worst prisons that you can have. Mm-hmm. They're not fit. Listen to me, you all. They are not fit for living conditions, period. Like when I talk to, like I told you all, I'm pretty much an open book. I come from that world. Like I did everything, y'all. I was out there. I was out there. And I just, got a lot of people that I reach back and reach out to me from the prison system. And one of them I know, my homeboy, he had showed me the video like they giving them phones in there, whatever else. That's what they're doing now. They went from tablets to phone and whatever else. So, however, they got raw sewage water like running through the prisons, like y'all. It is so freaking sad in there. Let alone the drugs that the guards running in there. Yeah, I said it.
I could speak on that. Just for the fact that Oklahoma City County Jail, not even a prison, the county jail.
Yeah, the city jail, Birmingham City Jail.
I think it was like 24 deaths here in the year, and you just had one here just I believe last week. I keep tabs on that because there's a lot of people that's been trying to do something about it, and the money that they had just got from the government to tear it down to build a new one, they still haven't done it yet. And they still, you got people breaking the bricks out, man, escaping with, pillowcases, and sheets and stuff, man, trying to crawl up out there. They just had a guy, man, that just got killed in there by the police that took a CO under hostage because he wanted them to do something about the bed bugs. I could pull a lot of stuff up on that, and
then he in Elmo.
Man.
Wow.
It's bad, and that's the prison system, and here it is. I'm talking about the county. The county is just as bad.
Yeah,
exactly.
Try the city, mister.
And there's a I know it's called TYT. There's a black man on there. I forget his name is Dr. something, but he was on YouTube today. He's sending an attorney and a private investigator down there tomorrow, and he's trying to get some information. And also, he had asked the family to contact him so he can get that information to him, because I know there's a GoFundMe all set up and stuff for him as well. But I just want to put that out there before we had start diving off into the R.Kelly thing.
Y'all know what I feel bad. I did get away from that, but however, when we first started our channel, and you were right, mister, it was on the 6th, September the 6th. So yeah, I was told that, but then he was like, he was gonna be giving people in there my information, and I just didn't want everybody in there. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was a better way that he could have, like, allowed me to, so he was like, all right, Fred sister, and wow. And I was like, y'all, I'm gonna have to pray on it. And so one of the family was like, yeah, because when we go there, boss lady, they're gonna be a whole totally demonic ground. And I just been so busy, the Lord knows, I haven't even touched back on it, wow. Blown.
I don't mind touching on it.
But what's good about your channel though? And I think a lot of people may miss this. But when you look at R.Kelly's situation, that whole situation is having a trickle down effect to the common man.
Yes.
And I don't think people,
that's what we talk about, Sir Miguel, that God is allowing it to be done to chaos to show what's going on, within the system. And that's what we've been kind of hammering on, Sir Miguel. That just think about the regular Pookie, Ray that ain't like chaos that they doing this to. We've been saying it.
So if you look at it, people have to pay close attention, because we have sons and younger brothers and stuff like that, and we have to be able to protect them. And at the same time, we ourselves have to understand what the law is, how it can work against you if you don't have things in place. And if you can't afford an attorney, somebody in your family better know something about the law, where they can sort of guide you or put some information in your head, because they're flipping the script so fast that they've already have stuff on the books that's probably going to be set up for the next 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, as you call her, Gladiator, Bonjean, and I'll say it again, right place, right time, right purpose. Why? Because God put her in a situation where he knew that she can be able to fight for him, so the things can start coming out.
Right.
So now that you see all the little stuff that's coming out and coming into play, he got railroaded, yes. He got played, yes. Whether it's the RICO, whatever the case may be, all those little things come into play. Why? Because they overcharged him, and at the end of the day, that sentence or what he was charged for really were misdemeanors. But as we all stated before, when you change the language, you change the game. So if the language change, then you have an advantage over the person you're prosecuting. Because if you go back in the beginning, before it got to Judge Donnelly, the attorney below her said, hey, y'all really don't have nothing. Y'all got to give me something. She said that the first time. They came back the second time. She said, y'all still don't have enough. So they superseded it a third time. Once they superseded that indictment the third time, it was all she wrote, because they changed the language.
Yep, they changed the language on it.
So with that being said, that can happen whether it's on the federal, whether it's on the state, or whatever the case may be. Once they change that language, you're damn near doomed if you don't have an attorney who is not going to fight for you. But when you have one that's going to fight for you, that understands constitutional law, that understands case law, and that will literally go through a needle in a haystack to find information and say, hey, they did it, they didn't do this right. That shouldn't be in there. Just like she said when they was doing the deliberations. Why are they using the Fifth Circuit? I think it was the Fifth Circuit. I think it was Texas, instead of using, I think, the Seventh Circuit, which is up near Chicago. Why you not using that one? You see what I'm saying? So she brought that out, so she put it on record, because she understood that they were doing bullshit. Excuse my language. So with that being said, we all need to understand the law. It don't have nothing to do with you going to law school or nothing. Understand it, because like they say, ignorance of the law, or whatever, how you want to say it, necessarily don't give you a get out of jail free card, basically.
Hey, Sir Miguel, question.
Yes, ma'am.
I know that you told everyone in the comment section on last night about the books. I automatically know just by hearing the names of them that they are law books, right?
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Is there a way like we can do a live on here a night or so? We can go by choosing it. Therefore, you can kind of like break some things down and help some people in the audience to understand when they're dealing with situations such as this.
Sure.
Okay, so
that'd be great.
Drop your information in the private chat. I told you all this is, God ordained this channel, you all, and that's where we're going, and that's the direction that we're headed, exposure and doing what God so fit have us to do, so
we go where God leads us.
Exactly. So Sir Miguel, drop your info in the back chat, in the private chat, and then I will reach out to you and we'll communicate on it, and then we are gonna do a live. Therefore, a lot of people will get to understand the size of the law. I think Corey also will be great on this by him being an attorney. So I'm not sure, but maybe this will also be something that Corey can chime in on, as well as I know Mr. Bass, Mr. Bass also know some of the law, and he also used to work in the prison facility, so he knows some things as well. So that's what I'm gonna do. So one day next week we will be, I'm gonna call you over the weekend if that's okay, Sir Miguel.
No, no problem.
But
Anytime.
however, we're gonna put something together for next week. We're gonna pray on it, but we're gonna put it together for next week so that we can allow the people to know, like, you know, in certain situations, what to do, how to go by doing it, and, you know, things of that nature.
Bringing light to a dark situation, man, that a lot of us don't know about. You know, because I mean, to be honest, man, you know, what we think we know, we have no idea.
True.
So,
and they're changing laws daily,
right.
y'all. That's why they're doing so much to keep everybody distracted. Like they keep throwing what the nigga name is, the cross-dresser rapper, Young Thug. They keep throwing him up. They throw all of them up there because it's a distraction. You always gotta wonder when something big happened and they trying to catch the eyes of somebody, what's going on behind the scene, y'all.
I always wondered, man, on a few things, man. It's like, you know, how this state that I'm in trying to change a law for another state or try to enforce a law for another state. The state of Texas trying to force laws on in other states. You know, well, they, you know, like they, I mean, I heard it on television here about a week ago. And I was just like, man, how are they able to do that?
But it was some type of law that was passed. Maybe Sir Miguel can, because listen, like I be so deep with research, y'all, and be knowing so much. Like I said, I know extremely a lot, but everything I do not know, you know, is because like I know all the amendments, like I know like basic things and like probably on city county level, but however when it reach up there like that, like I know certain things and certain things I just don't know. But however, you all, it was something that some type of law or something they did where they call it's a word that they're using for them merging. Even like, you know how like in your city, and in your city, you know, you would have one police went cross over jurisdiction to pull you over, do stuff like that because it was cross jurisdiction, correct? No, they have it the way they have it now that any and everybody can pull you over. Like if you got a decimal police,
governing, something like that.
It's something, but I'm just not sure. I'm gonna have to look it up. But yeah, they came with that, mister.
Yeah, because it kind of tripped me out how they trying to sue another state for well pass something here to be able to convict someone else in a whole nother state. For, you know, it's weird, but you know, I'll find out about it and I will speak on it. You know, when I get more information about it. So you know, but until then, man, this is I'm looking at this, you know, and I'm just blown away by what I'm seeing and reading here.
Absolutely. So, Mr. Bass, if you can you pull it back down and kind of blow it up a little bit? And Mr., if it would be okay for you or somebody to read it as I read along with my eyes to read it and try to see. Also, you all, the governor, please hear me, you all. The governor of Alabama, which is Governor K. Ivey, she is so low down. I'm gonna tell you all something. My homeboy was executed, and he was murdered, executed. She would not hold off. She would not pull it back or nothing. And pretty much like what you all see and pertaining to happen to Kels, this also happened to my homeboy, you know, and they killed him. He was on death row. They killed him. And our best friend who we grew up with, you know, he pretty much came out and told them that he had nothing to do with it. You know, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm not sure if you all have ever heard of Nathaniel Woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my homeboy. We went to school together and everything, grew up with, you know. And he was not guilty, y'all. And you know, for nothing in the world, she would not pull back. I mean, even the evidence was there, y'all. He was not guilty. And she executed him. You know, she had him executed. So, like I said, you know, Alabama, that's that old redneck, you know, retirement money kind of state. Yeah, that's what goes on down there. And like stated, the prison systems down there is horrible. It's not fit for humans being in them, period. So, Mister, if you can go ahead on and read it for me. I'm going to go on mute.
All right. Alabama prison officials respond to health concerns involving inmate. Family hires an attorney. This was posted September 23rd. So, this is here just today. So the Alabama Department of Corrections has released a statement following concerns over the health of an inmate who is getting national attention and putting Alabama prison conditions under more scrutiny. Cassie Vaughn, who lives Mr. Bass, who lives in the Mobile area, published a Facebook post saying her brother, Castelio DeMarcus Vaughn, is an inmate at Elmore Correctional Facility in Elmore County and has experienced a rapid decline in his health. Her post includes photos that she says shows her brother's poor health. The post has been shared thousands of times, prompting the Alabama Department of Corrections to issue this statement Friday night. Given the volume of the inquiries regarding the welfare of inmate Castelio DeMarcus Vaughn within the constraints of medical privacy, the Alabama Department of Corrections, ADOC, would like to issue the following summary of the medical care he has recently received while incarcerated. He has been in contact with his family to update them on his situation and ease their concerns. As of today, he was housed in Staten Infirmary, where he was observed walking and eating. Inmate Vaughn has requested and received medical attention at the ADOC at least 11 times between July 30th, 2022 and September 22nd, 2022. As a result, each time he received an appropriate medical treatment and or care, as part of that care, he has spent at least 13 days in the institutional infirmary. Additionally, he was treated at an outside hospital 3 times in the same time frame, resulting in 1 major surgery and at least 17 days in the hospital. The ADOC offers a constitutional level care to all inmates. However, inmates are not required to undergo care, just as citizens in the civilian world are afforded choice of whether to receive care. Come on, man. Y'all got a man in here.
Did y'all just not hear that shit?
They're just basically saying, man, well,
Did you just hear that? Reread that part right there, mister. I'm trying to see if anybody else in the comment section caught this.
They say reread it. Offers constitutional level care to all inmates. However, inmates are not required to undergo care, just as citizens in the civilian world are afforded choice of whether to receive care. But I mean, you guys are housing these people, and
pretty much right there. Am I hearing you what you said correctly? Pretty much they're saying shit. They die. We don't have to serve. Is that what they're trying to get at, Sir Miguel?
Basically.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yes, man, they have the right to refuse it, but as a prisoner of your institution, you shouldn't want that to go down. Regardless of what they in there for. So man, they should be able to have that right. Well, they say they have that right, but it just seems like to me, man, he didn't have that right. Whatever it is, man, they got against this man. They show making him suffer, from what I can see. All right, Mr. Bashi, pull that up a little bit more on this Twitter. Oh no, that's a Facebook. He said, viewer discretion is advised. My brother Castelio Vaughn, he is currently an inmate placed at Elmore Correctional Facility. I'm coming to you right now based on my brother's health. My brother's health is rapidly declining, as you can see in these photos. He is extremely malnourished. In these particular photos, he cannot walk nor stand. He is weak and vulnerable. My last visitation with my brother was July 24, 2022. He was in good condition. I am not a doctor, but his health. Man, what they do to this brother, man.
Hey, man, you don't see him. Look at him. Look at him in prison. You see him, he looks so better, and look at him now. I'm going to look off into that. Yeah.
You see this right here? Smitty Quapa said, according to the Constitution, prisoners are slaves properly.
Properly, yeah. Yeah, they state property. Wow.
And you know what's funny about that? And I don't think people really understand that that's basically what it is.
Wow.
Slavery.
Yes, it is.
So that's why I try to tell you, these young boys out here, look, man, that's a place you don't want to be.
Facts. I'm trying to tell man, he got a whole ankle box on, and he booked the system every day.
Just by me visiting the prisons, even here in California, even when I was, in college, even though you still you want to have that hustle mindset, you want to make this fast money, you don't want to do that.
No.
Because first of all, the healthcare system and the prison system is horrible.
It's horrible. It's a failure.
Yeah, it's just sad all the way around. Period.
Wow. Yeah, and to see him laying up there like that, look at that young man. Like that could be my brother's sons. Like, come on, like, do y'all see that, y'all? Blessings. And
you see that long scar there in the middle of his chest, all the way
yes.
to his belly.
Yeah. Say he got shot, and when he got shot, they did okay. So allegedly he was shot, and in the process in the prison, I don't know if somebody from the prison shot him. Like, how the guards. I don't know, y'all. I have to. It was. Excuse me. It was just what I read so far. Okay, let me go back to it. It was just what I read. Right here, Lee Marriott, National Civil Rights Attorney. And as I was reading, it was talking about his surgery. And okay, so August 2, let me see. Imprisonment in the state of Alabama, okay, is reported to have undergone surgery this past August. Removed a portion. Okay, so they removed a portion of his intestine as a result of a gunshot injury sustained prior to being taken into custody of the Alabama prison system. So they sent this man to prison. He hadn't got shot, and they sent him to prison. So while in prison, they did not give him the care that was needed.
Yeah, he should have never been released from the hospital without being sure that he was stable. Because when you're dealing with having your intestines removed, any little thing can poison your whole body, and that's probably what happened with him.
Right. Hey, can anyone in the chat hear us?
Yeah, I'm telling Miss Diana leave out and come back in. She's stating that we have no sound. Anybody in the chat? I'm assuming Miss Diane may have to just leave out and come back in because Trey Lynn listening to us, as well as Miss Peters said, heartbreaking. Trey Lynn said heartbreaking. So Miss Di got it. Okay, Kish says she can hear us. So Miss Di just got it. Miss Di, check your volume on your phone, babe, and then cut it up. If that does not help, then just leave out and come back in, Miss Di. Yeah, it's Miss Di's in. So okay, so shout out to Miocha. Okay, so everyone in the comment section can hear us. Okay, thank you all so much. So yeah, it is really sad. So pretty much that's what they saying that happened. That he had got shot and they sent him on to prison, and then they had removed a part of his intestines.
They ain't let the man heal up before they took him in there.
That's what it was. They did not. There you go, Mr. There you go. There you go. He did not heal, and when he got there, they did not give him care because I know how the prison system operates. My biological father died in prison. They had to amputate him. He was a diabetic. He wasn't in the care that he needed.
Mr. Basin, I know you done seen a lot of that, and I know, Sir Miguel done seen a lot because you visit the prisons, and Mr. Bass used to work in it, so I'm for certain, both of y'all done seen the unimaginary stuff. You know.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. One individual that comes back to mind, and as a correctional officer, you have to make sure that you log what you do. Or the young man was complaining about headaches and stuff, and when I let him out of the cell, I was working in segregation at the time. I let him out of the cell to go take a shower. He was holding on to the rails all the way to the shower. He couldn't even walk to, it's like he was off balance. Well, anyway, I let the lieutenant know about it, and I said, no, he ain't faking, man. This man, he's got a problem. You need to get the nurse over here. All right, so I logged that I talked to the lieutenant. I logged that he called the nurse over, and it was like hours before the nurse ever got over there. And by the time she got there, he had an aneurysm going on in his head,
Oh
Mm.
and
my.
the aneurysm bust, and he died.
Oh wow.
And the thing about it is, my lieutenant at the time, it was like, well, we did what we were supposed to do. That's on.
No.
Yeah. We did what we supposed to do. That's on medical, and that was it.
Wow.
Well, I
Yeah,
know I can definitely tell you about some stuff that I had seen, but I try not to remember none of that. So, just for the simple fact that, when you in there, you see it, and then when you get out, you try your best not to remember it. Because I try not to think about that place and never to see it again. You know?
Mm. Wow. Wow. That's a fucking shame, y'all. Like it's so sad. And it's enough that they already making money off of. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a multi-billion-dollar enterprise where they doing it intentionally. Then they getting paid daily for them. Then if you go to the work release system, they even pimping them now.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
They go out and work at these jobs, and when they go, they get good jobs. They go work at the colleges and go to good jobs, and when they go and work, instead of them receiving a decent paycheck, like they get a check, they've been to work for like 2-3 weeks for $2.
Yeah. Halfway houses and stuff and all that,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, and I know Kelly, a high profile person, but the way that he's been treated throughout this, man, you wonder where they have him at.
Wonder if they even getting him care for his leg. But I think
Because
I think Bon Jean, that's something he would tell Bon Jean, and
Mm-hmm.
Gladiator will be on it. You know what I'm saying? Because like according to my understanding, it's just like his leg, he kind of limping a little bit because y'all know that kids love to play ball. And
Mm-hmm.
it happened due to him playing ball. Nothing happened to him, like ain't nobody do that to him or nothing, but it was something that happened playing ball. But however, I'm wondering as well, like, have they been getting him the treatment that's needed? But I'm sure that if not, he'll let Gladiator know.
Yeah,
okay, so
and I think too he doesn't have to go next week. He can do it through Zoom. She got that
Yeah,
approved, so
yeah,
that
it's
was
true.
a plus right there.
Mm-hmm.
so they still got him in Chicago. I
Yeah.
mean, or somewhere in Illinois. Yeah. Okay. So more than likely, him being there, he probably knows some people too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he
true that,
probably,
true that. Shout
he
out
probably
to
knows some
Dean.
people.
Blessings, Dean. Welcome to
What's
the
up,
panel,
y'all? What's
love.
up?
Welcome
What's
back.
up?
Welcome back. So you all can
Okay.
continue to chop it up and chime it up. Let me do my walkthrough real quick, and I'll be right back, family.
Boss lady, check your private chat. Check
Okay,
your
babe.
private chat too.
Okay, babe. Got you. Thank you. I'll
You're
be right
welcome.
back,
Hey,
family.
hey, blessings, Dane. How you doing, brother?
What's up, Dane?
What's up, bro? What's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good,
Man,
brother.
good, good.
Nah, nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm just listening to y'all. Just let me chime in. Let me just talk to the fellas and the sisters.
Yeah, you want to chime in on what man Sir Miguel just brought up to us? Because man, I didn't know nothing about this.
Pertaining to What he just said about Kels?
Well, Kels and Mr. Vaughn down in Alabama.
Oh yeah, nah, I seen what you call it. I seen, but I don't really know too much on it. Like I don't know if somebody would like enlighten. Well, I was listening, boy, case maybe, but yeah, I ain't see like I just was like I see it all on social media, but I don't know too much about it. But I was like, I'm not gonna lie, from like what I seen on the pictures, I'm like, oh damn, like that shit just looks scary. Like he looked mad healthy and mad good, and then it's like, yo. He just looked crazy. I'm just like, he in prison right now?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. See, I ain't gonna lie. What you call it? See, I'm from New York. I'm not gonna lie, like, the police up there, they racist, bro. And people wouldn't even expect that, cause why? You in New York, you think like I'm in the Northeast, like you're not gonna think like racism is much. You got what I'm saying? You know, people still look at like racism as in like the South or out west, but like nah, I'm not gonna lie, like in New York State prison system, like that's the number one thing. Like yo, racism is a big thing. Like so I could only imagine like him being where he's at in Alabama is even 10 times worse.
Right. I know it goes down in New York. Yeah.
Do it. It make no sense.
Yeah, y'all county jails look like prison.
I'm not, yo,
For
I'm
real.
Mister. I'm not even gonna sit there and even lie to you. Like it's ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. I would just say the same. Like every time I go see my cousin, cause my cousin he got 25 to life. Every time I go see him, it's like it just feel like a dark cloud. Like see, like I'm not gonna lie. I've been to prison before. I've been in feds, but nothing crazy. I only what you call it. Like, but you know what I'm saying? I've been in and out of Rikers, little stupid shit like that, but I never had a long stretch that he had. Like, he been down 12 years now, and it's crazy. He just turned 30, so he been locked up since he was 17, and it's like every time I go see him, I just feel like it was a dark. It just feel like sinister. Like it just sinister, and like in New York, like I don't know if y'all know, like see, 'cause I know Sir Miguel. You from Cali, right, Sir Miguel?
Yes, sir.
All right, boom. So everybody heard. I'm pretty sure I don't know if y'all heard in New York, like the Bloods was started in New York, in in our prison system. You see, you know how Cali, y'all was street gangs. You know, Crips and Bloods was started from street gangs.
Hmm.
How New York, I don't know if y'all ever heard the story how the Bloods was started in New York. Some guy claimed, whatever the case may be, he had Cali ties or whatever the case may be. Basically, sold niggas a whole like dream, had niggas like basically lied, fooled everybody. But you get what I'm saying? So it was
Hmm.
basically started in prison over here to fight the oppression of blacks. So you get what I'm saying? Like basically the Bloods, their enemies wasn't Crips in New York City. It was Latin Kings. So you
Hmm.
get what I'm saying is basically because the Spanish brothers had New York State prison system in the 90s in a
Hmm.
chokehold, like the Latin Kings had it in a chokehold, and they was oppressing blacks. So whatever the case may be, they wound up starting basically when the Bloods were starting the prison system over here, it was like a good thing to help blacks come together. And then now it just, they wind up taking over. And, once you become the majority, I start beefing amongst yourselves.
Hmm.
Y'all don't got no enemies, real enemies. But say this, like the enemies it was started for the police and the Latin Kings. Like that was their enemies to fight the oppression. But now it's like, yeah, it just got ridiculous. And it's like, yeah,
Hey, well, so where did they have Kelly? Where was they holding Kelly at up there?
they had him at MDC and MCC.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
That was in Brooklyn, right?
yeah. I went to the crazy part of the day. I don't know if you listen to Black CEO the day, because when I caught my Fed case, I had bailed out they tell you gotta relinquish your passport to them. So the day I went to go pick up my passport back from them, his trial was going on in Brooklyn, but they wasn't letting a lot of people in and all that. Like it was very limited, due to COVID and him being high profile. And that was the trial that they was trying to keep under the rug. Like they wasn't trying to let a lot of people see the bullshit that they was doing. But
Right.
yeah. But yeah, like our but yeah, like they had him right in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Now, do you think I mean, regardless of people's profile, a lot of these rappers, singers, movie stars, they, uh
Oh no,
I,
I
I
know
believe they I believe they, kind of almost like PC them, but I still believe that
I
some of them, man, might actually be in that population, because then they
I
put
this is what
Tupac in
it
there.
I admit Mister,
Yeah.
this is the thing though. You could sign yourself out. Like what you come, they make you sign. If you want to, they're gonna automatically put you in PC once you
Mhm.
of that. You feel me? Once you got like a little like you got to say a little name like celebrity status, they automatically put you in PC. But then it's up to you. You got to sign. They gonna come to you if you don't want to be in PC. You have to sign papers and all that. You got what I'm saying? Because they basically put you in PC to protect your freedom and all that.
Yeah,
But
you
you
could
see,
tell.
like Kel's, I like you don't. I don't know. Like Kel, you don't ever know what Kel's situation is. I don't know if he in like if he signed himself out of PC. You get what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right.
But it's like I will hope he best stay. You get what I'm saying? Like separated just to keep himself like you know what I'm saying, just the nature of his crimes and all that. Like that ain't,
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
sometimes you get it's the thing though with Kells though, Kells is like people are gonna read through his paperwork in there and they're gonna see that it ain't what it is. Like you get what I'm saying? We know the truth. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We know as being Cavs fans and we listen to the you get what I'm saying, the paperwork and everything. There's gonna be some people in there that's gonna read through that paperwork and they're gonna see, hold on. That's crazy the way they're doing it. And they you get what I'm saying? They might fuck around and just look past it. You get what I'm saying? It's because
Right.
it's
Right.
like you get what I'm saying? Like we
And
know the man been
I
real,
always
real.
wondered about that, because I mean, for instance, and I don't like to bring up, people's names though, but the young man, the 6'9" man, the young man's what is
Oh
his name?
man.
6'9",
Yeah,
what something, you
yeah, I
know.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
not
mean,
say what you say,
I
Mister. My
hear I
bad.
hear I hear all the news and stuff about it, but you know, I I couldn't believe everything the news was saying. So man,
Right.
somebody that's coming from there, I would like,
All right, I'm
I don't know, man. The young man seemed like, man, he might be all right, but then again, he got into that life, and
I'm not gonna lie, Mister. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Anybody that told, I'm not gonna lie. If you ain't a civilian, I I can't jack it. Like that man
yeah,
told, and it's like he told on people that like I
mhm,
don't personally know, but people I know. So it affect you get what I'm saying? It
yeah,
affected
yeah.
people. It's like yo,
It,
he
tri- it
wanna
trickled
paint.
down effect, yeah,
You get what I'm saying? He wanna paint this picture like what a case may be. Oh, people motherfuckers slept with my baby mom. Woo 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 woo. So that was your reason for telling? Like you not like you. It's like you're not gonna get me to buy that. Like you got
hmm
what I'm saying. That's just your own reason. Oh, motherfuckers were stealing from me and slept with my baby mom, whatever the case may be. So that was your reason for telling.
But
Cool.
didn't his people try to take him out though?
They they.
His own people.
But this is the thing. From what people saying, they was Mr. Bass. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's in the documents. They got it on wiretaps and everything. But
yeah,
that was because the reason for why they was gonna do that was he got on the Breakfast Club and then started shitting on him and disrespecting him. So then what you call it, you know, they was all blood, whatever the case may be. The big homie Mel Matrix, who you know, that's who Jim Jones run with. He the one that put the hit out like on some like, whoa, like you going too far now, like whatever the case may be. Cause I'm not gonna lie, they the reason why he was good. Like as you could clearly see, all the bullshit he started, all the chaos he was causing, they was his muscle and they was protecting him. So I didn't like the way like, yo, y'all got a Mexican man to come in and then use black people as a pawn and then throw us to the side, and then people are trying to justify like what this man did was right. That wasn't like, you got what I'm saying? This man wasn't like, it's not like they kidnapped him, tied him up and said, yo, you got to turn blood. No, this was something you wanted to pursue. This is what you signed up for. So don't try to.
I don't mean to cut you off, brother. I didn't want to get too far gone. Y'all passed me up and you're talking about the Bloods. Then the East Coast Bloods is nothing like the West Coast Bloods. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different world. You know, so I don't know. Sir Miguel might be able to speak on it, but the way that things are run out west is a whole lot stricter than how stuff is done over here on the East Coast, man. It's really loose. And the second thing I wanted to say, then I'm gonna shut up, is that both of them guys, R.Kelly and 6ix9ine, when you get high profile people like that in the penitentiary, they're going to be segregated. Okay, so they're going to be in a segregation unit, if not a PC unit, and it's not going to be many people in there with them. I know the young boy, the Malvo dude that was part of the DC Sniper. We had him at our penitentiary, and we emptied the whole pod.
Oh man,
because we wanted to make sure nothing happened to that dude until he got transferred to where he was going.
Okay, I got a question though. You know, and this, I mean, this goes back to Kells. You know, being that he high profile like that, and you have some people, man, that don't be high profile like that. But they are known. Maybe in a city or state or whatever. Not, I mean, do you think, man, that them being on that level, man, these guards, man, tend to, how can I put it? Maybe get a little jealous, or tend to try to do things, man, to them, or because I mean,
no, if they do anything to a high profile individual, they'll be out of there and locked up themselves in no time. No, for instance, in building 1 in the unit that we was holding Malvo in, you got your building sergeant, you got 3-part box control boxes, and then you got 3 people on the floor. Well, when you get somebody in there like that, you got a lieutenant, a sergeant, and 2 officers for that one man.
Oh my goodness, man.
So no, if anybody high profile, no, until they get them where they're going, they super protected. And
now,
and if you have to move in from the building to medical, or from the building to admin, you're gonna make sure that there's no inmates out. Period.
Okay.
So it's like
I was just thinking, because I mean, you got some people, man, that already had their judgment made up, by Kells. And okay, I know he was, placed somewhere, where he couldn't be touched though. But man, didn't they place what's his name that hung himself in the same situation?
Epstein, yeah, he was in MDC too. It was MCC or MDC. He was in one of them too.
Yeah, that's you're talking about a whole nother level, another level of individual now. That dude had too much stuff on too many people.
Thank you, Mr. Biggs.
So the powers that be took care of that.
Mr. Bates, and my mom feels deeply in her heart. She don't the way they say that man died, Mister. If everybody look at it, the way he supposedly quote unquote hung himself, it was impossible for him to die. Like I forgot when you read the article, they said the way he supposedly hung himself is impossible. So my mom, like, people are feeling like, yo, there's people out there that felt, because he really got money, so and he had a lot of dirt on other people. You got to remember, I don't know if y'all just watched the documentary that came out few months ago. What's the guy that owned he owned Victoria's Secret? Lex
Okay.
Lex Wessner.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I think I watched that on Hulu. I was watching something about that.
Mister, they were saying this. They was like, yo, a lot of money Lex Wessner was giving him, like, basically like everything. They were saying like he's tied to Lex Wessner in some way, and everybody just saying, yo, why is he like Lex Wessner sold him one of his apartments on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Like, Lex Wessner paid, like, let's just say like 30 million for the mansion. They say he just gave it to him. They said like they had money like $70 million wired to his account. He had $400 million given into his account. Mind you, this is not like he worked for this money. So they trying to say like, yo, like in the documentary, why, like, what's the coincidence that this man is gaining or have all this access to your stuff? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
It sound like a pimp.
exactly. Like, do he have
I mean,
something? That's what they're saying. They're like,
he
yo,
sound like
do
a
he
pimp.
have something on him also that we don't know about? You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Now, look, and forgive me, y'all. You know what I mean, but do y'all think Kels might have information on other people too?
hell yeah.
Heck yeah, mister. He got a bunch
Came
of them.
in at the right time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's got
Because I
Well,
mean, a lot of these, tapes and stuff, man. Like I said, a VHS tape, man. If I remember right, carry about 4.5 hours. If you, depending on how you record, you have what, LP, what was the other one, EP or something? I can't remember. Even though I came up in the, I grew up in the VHS days. But I know I used to be able to cram stuff because I used to record uh Yo MTV Raps, the basement, all that, on there, man. And that's how I had, put my little song playlist together. And I used to have hours of footage. So, you wonder, man, if there's other footage on these so-called tapes that, that they couldn't, decipher who was on there. You know what I mean?
Mister, one thing you got to remember about this is that Epstein dude, he had international information. Okay. Okay. So, and Kale's information is going to be local, pretty much local, like Chicago, New York. It probably has people, but Epstein has stuff on the crown.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So his was worldwide.
Okay, on Saudi Arabia, huh?
Yeah. You talking about a man that had most of his money was in offshore accounts. Like, you guys sit there and think about it. His girlfriend that went down, Ghislaine Maxwell, she's not even from this country, and her pops got mad power in this country where he's from. You get what I'm saying? Like, and look at her. The first place they sent her to, soon as she's in a low facility prison. She kicked up, like, you, like, not for nothing. In a low, little do people be knowing, in a low you get to leave, especially if she's at a camp. All she got to do is make sure she back by account time. She could be leaving the facility. They like, you get what I'm saying? She got something sweet. And what's a coincidence that if you look, Epstein's island was in Florida. Why is her facility in Florida out of all places they sent her? She probably chilling. Like, she ain't getting up.
Yeah.
Come on, man. She
is chilling. Yeah, I remember a while back. I was like, what are the coincidence if Joseline Maxwell and R.Kelly is chilling?
I remember you said that last week too.
Okay, I'm just
I
saying.
definitely remember you
Stay
said that
conscious,
last week.
family. Stay conscious. I told you I watched the movie as it played out, y'all. This shit, listen, it's so mind manipulative. Man, just watch the movie as it play out. Like I said, God is in control. Chaos good. You got the evil part, you got the evil part of the gov, and you got the good part. There is a battle, y'all. The evil with the good. It's going on back scene that a lot of you all don't even know. But history repeats itself. This shit already been played out. We just gotta watch it. You know?
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, I just, you know, it just makes me just think about, you know, a lot of this stuff, man, you know, and how the smaller man, you know, deal with it. And as opposed to, you know, your high profile people, you know. And I was just wondering, I was like, man, does this man have a lot of stuff on some people too? You
Who's
know,
talking about chaos?
yes.
I'm be honest.
Yeah, he do. The whole Chicago, from the politicians, all of them. Yeah, he do. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, from even down to the one that looked like a goddamn pit bull that been rained on and slapped with some mud. What her name is down there? Shim. What Shim name is? Yeah, the governor down there. The one look like baby. She drank her a case of Four Locos before she go sit in her office. Just saying.
Not Four Locos.
Four Locos. Hell, I did give her that much, baby. I would say Mad Dog 2020. Shit, that was shit.
I thought you were gonna say Wild Out Road.
Oh my gosh.
Now, Thunderbird with the Kool-Aid.
Oh my gosh. Tavarsky. But I mean, it just I'm just, you know, just speaking up on it, man, you know, because I was just thinking, you know, okay, man, they got it old Epstein, you know, and yeah, you know,
Hey,
like
that
I
flight
said,
law,
he had a lot.
That flight law, mister. That flight law was a motherfucker, yeah.
Yeah.
And you gotta sit there. You gotta sit there and look at it. Remember, as you said, Mister, you seen if it's the same documentary we're talking about, it just came out. They actually proved this man Epstein was flying all these top models from Europe.
Yeah.
On his private jet.
Let's not even talk about the submarine, Dean. Did you talk about that? The submarine under the water?
That's a fact too. That's 100% fact. That's definitely
my God.
like this is, and they have logs. Like we talking about
logs,
like logs. They flight logs. The ages of these females that was coming to his island, like, and what their case may be. So it's like, yo, it's crazy. Like, yo, he probably sitting there like was like, I ain't the only one about to go down on this. And he's like, yo, and they got they said Jay-Z was at his island.
Yep.
Oprah.
Okay, let me break it down. The one that they love, that one that they put before their face as a black man, Obama, that didn't do shit for the people. Let's start the list. You got Obama, you got Oprah Winfrey, you got Gayle, you got Jay-Z, you got Beyonce, you got all of them. Ellen DeGeneres, you got Ludacris, you got everything that's walking pretty much except us as a people. Okay, everything that's walking from the politicians to the rappers to the presidents to the everything, all of them. 500,000 indictment. It's a 500,000 indictment, and they also being charged with crimes against humanity, cannibalism, eating, all that type shit. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, what about it makes me think also, man, you know,
everybody.
It was certain. I believe they allowed certain,
even down to your Christian, you know, the Christian people that the people love to talk about. What that big nigga name over there? The real big, what's his name? The real big nigga. Their wife just was caught up with trying to take somebody to church. Yeah, man. Listen, what the other nigga name is? His son just exposed him, and they threw him in a jail cell. Talking about he crazy. The one that smiled, even though it hurt, smiled. Yeah, all of them.
Kurt Franklin.
All of them. And
Man.
stand before y'all preaching and talking about God, and singing all these goddamn songs. Come on, man. All of them on flight logs. Let's go. And this ain't allegedly.
Hey,
But
quick question
Queen,
though.
Oh, no, my fault, Mister. Say what you saying.
I just had a question though. Now okay, we naming people, and I believe that. But do you think these people had to be of a certain stature, for them to be picked to be involved with this type of, you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
Well, Mister, you got to sit there and listen to it. All those people we just named,
they are
we talking about the elitists of the elite.
Of the elites.
Like,
yes.
You gotta remember, Rob he's at that elitist of the elitist. But the difference is because Rob was always linkable. Like he never, you get what I'm saying? You gotta sit there and look at it. Rob signed the Illuminati contract. As far as what I'm gonna say is, he's not really Illuminati. But you got what I'm saying? When people sign Illuminati contracts, it's basically like you sign double contracts in the music. Like you got what I'm saying? You could see,
and
it's like
trying to get away from it. He's trying to
exactly. It's like
stuff.
you got what I'm saying, sis? Like, it's people that sign things all the time and they don't know what they sign. So therefore, you got a double contract that you don't know you got. And then you got the people that's out there that they know this is a double contract.
Yeah.
And they still want that fame, that power, and they're going to go for it. So you got to sit there and think about it. These are people of the elitists, like Eddie Murphy. Like, then you got what I'm saying? Those are people
Okay. Yeah, I just had one person in mind. But I couldn't.
And who is that, Mister? I tell you,
hold on. I couldn't see this person being a part of that elite. Give me a second here. I see this person as a person that probably could have been part of that, but I don't think they like this man's style. You know what I mean? I don't think they like that what comes with him. And I got it. Brian Williams, Birdman, Cash Money.
He's definitely a part of it.
Nigga, he the head dick sucker, dick in the booty, nigga. Man. Hey, allegedly, everything that I say over here at True Be Told TV is for educational and entertainment purposes and uses only. According to 1976, Section 107. Everything over here is allegedly, but he take hold of the dick. Let's go.
I mean, it just seems like he don't. Hey, look, I'm looking. I'm sitting on a panel like that, and I'm looking. I'll be like, nah, he don't. I don't. I'm looking at him like, man, he just don't seem trustworthy.
Them the worst ones. Them the main ones.
It's like they got him. Yeah, it's like they got him for special editions, you know what I mean, but not this edition where the top of the pyramid type, you know what I mean. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know why this man came to mind.
But baby, they look from the old ones to the young ones, okay? They old as Berthusa, old.
I just, man, it's just crazy, man. I just feel that, man, like you were saying, Dean, that Kels understood what was going on.
Yeah, he understood the assignment, but he didn't go for it.
Yeah, he's not following their plan.
Yeah, true.
And they can't. The only way they can figure, man, to eliminate him is with this.
Take everything from him, his catalog, everything. Take it. Yeah.
It's like if it was to me, like if it was genuine, y'all wouldn't have to bend the rules to have to convict him. Y'all bend the rules every way y'all can just to convict this man. It's like, come on, like y'all threw a RICO on him just so he couldn't have no money to be able to, because it's like every money that's royalty that's coming in right now, it's everything is getting freeze. He got to sit there and depend on fans, or hopefully if he has money buried or something. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, y'all taking everywhere. And it's like, the thing with Kels is, Kels was an artist that we all know. His main stream of income was just music. Kels didn't have no commercial deals, not you get what I'm saying? So they knew,
that's
all right,
crazy.
we're gonna put a stop on strictly on that. Because once you throw a RICO on somebody, you can seize all their assets. If it was just a regular conspiracy or something, they couldn't have done all of that. So that's the reason for them putting the RICO. But it's just crazy to me that him and Jeffrey Epstein was charged at the same time in the
Yep.
same courthouse, and that
In the
man is
same
proven
jail.
in the same jail. That man is proven to be bringing women from overseas and all of that, but y'all didn't give him a RICO. They were both indicted July 2019. It's not
Because
like
Dean, that he also had the whole New York under his belt. They would never touch that man. Even with proof before them, they would not touch Epstein, period. It took some secret undercover. That's how he got caught up. The state of New York would not try him. They wouldn't do nothing. They don't care if a bitch stood right there and he slapped her and whatever the case may be before the judge. No. Yeah.
And also, and even his situation ain't a genuine indictment. Because if you really look at it, why I didn't charge him and Ghislaine at the same time? They didn't charge her until he passed. It was basically like, oh, he died, so now you're gonna go for the. Because you know what I'm saying? If they had,
she was ducked out. She was in hiding somewhere where nobody would ever know. In Arizona, went somewhere down there in the mountains. She was in the mountains in a cab.
But this is what I'm saying though. But you just gotta look at it like this. Even if she hiding or whatever the case may be, if they still had what supposedly could have access to him or whatever, they would have never charged her. Because you gotta sit there and think about it, they would have charged them both at the same time. They both in the they knew she was in she was in indictment originally. But because he allegedly died or passed, if that's what they want to push the agenda.
He ain't dead.
Exactly.
Well, let's talk about it.
So let me ask you all a question real quick. So the young lady that y'all speaking of, that was his wife, wasn't it? Epstein's wife?
His handler.
That was his girlfriend. Yeah.
Okay. But well, let me ask y'all this too. From what I heard from the information though, they were saying that she had in very important documents as well that he left to her.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So at that same,
believe it or not, she really ran that shit. Y'all know that, right?
Facts.
She really ran that shit. Queen. Truth be told, Epstein really was her. She ran that bitch. Because see, you got to realize, like Dean telling you all pertaining to her dad. And so, I got all this information, but my phone, it won't accept the charge port. So I need to buy, which the game been telling me, and I have yet to buy it. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like that. If that phone was to come about, they'll take my life. Okay. But anywho, her dad, y'all, is very powerful. As Dean told you all, dad been doing that. Y'all know she a part of a bloodline, right? Were you all aware? She's a part of a bloodline as well. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, Epstein really was running them for her. He was under her commands. That's what they ain't tell y'all. But
basically, she was the madam.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that because you got a lot of times women can put more perspective and things like that together than men because what I'm saying we thinking with two different heads. Women think with one.
Listen, y'all. A lot of people out here, celebrities as you all may call them, a lot of them out here have islands. What's the nigga down in Georgia? The man, what his name is? Tyler Perry. Yeah, he got his own island. Mr. Flight Log too, but let's go.
Oh yeah, I've been know about that.
Okay.
Yeah,
he has his own island.
Yeah, he definitely tried to stay small on off the radar and everything due to the fact of his situation and stuff. Because so much stuff is getting exploited. But yeah, Tyler got a bunch of little tricks up his sleeve.
But the thing is though, Terry, with Tyler knows he's a black man playing in a white man's game and world. So I don't think Tyler's gonna get out of line the way Tyler wants to get out of line, but he's not gonna get out of line because he know he have a lot to lose.
Facts.
You guys You gotta sit there and think about it. The man owned the biggest he just bought the biggest recording studio
Mm-hmm.
behind
In the
Hollywood,
hood.
and that's a black man who did that.
In the
You
hood.
guys, and the only reason why he ain't do that was only reason why he did that. He said it out his own mouth. He's like, I don't get no love in Hollywood. Hollywood always shit on him. Like, you gotta sit there and look at it. They don't give Tyler Perry no love in Hollywood. That's why he had a
because he doing his own thing. He don't want to, you know what I'm saying? He understand he got his money separated from them. He know good and well if he allow them to come in, he'll never have control of his own. So at the same time, go ahead, young lady.
They've been in Mr. but keep going.
But
yeah, to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? He keep it to a certain.
Terry, I'm gonna say this, but the only thing is he do want their validation though.
All day, every day, because that what keeps him on top.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm with you on that. I got you. Yeah, all of them play their role, man, because you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's a lot of stuff that go on behind closed doors we couldn't even fathom. But the same thing about it, I'm not willing to do what y'all willing to do to, to have that little bit of money. That money ain't gonna never make you happy. You might be happy for the time being, but at the end of the day, when it's judgment time comes, and I mean not saying from the big man, I'm talking about when whoever you signed that contract with, when it's time to pay, ain't no getting out of it, man. But I do understand everybody makes their own decision in life. It's just, I'm glad I'm not in that superstar and Hollywood status because I don't want that type of trauma in my life.
Facts.
Facts.
I'm not, but, and it's crazy. If you look at what you call, I forgot who was saying it. I forgot who was saying it. They were saying basically like, yo, if you got kids, that some people they got very beautiful kids. And that leads.
They grown their children for that.
Exactly. You could put them into Disney and all that to the acting. They'll start them up from young. Basically, they were saying that's a no. Don't do it. Because if you look at it, every child actor that start out young that got huge success, it's nothing. It's crazy to me that all of them turn out crazy.
They fucked up. Why? I mean, you gotta, because you gotta look at
crazy.
Yeah, because look at it, big man. I mean, you coming from, from a young child and your parents have total control over what you're doing. Then now you in this, in this world and you seeing things that, parents supposed to tell you don't supposed to be a part. You don't even supposed to be watching it. You know what I'm saying? At the same time with that mindset, but then at the same time, you like, damn, as a child, my mom and dad letting this happen because of money. Then they're not seeing the effects on me. Prime example, Will Smith, all his kids fucked up.
Yeah.
Facts.
And then what really made me understand about how this, this Illuminati things and stuff like work is certain things that they present on TV. Remember that time, I think he was somewhere and I think they was promoting his son's movie, Karate Kid, and he was kissing his son on stage. That was an invitation to let him know, his son is free market.
Yeah.
Just like they talk about the pizza and pepperonis and stuff, that's the same way too. It's the intimate part that lets you know certain things are being delivered. So when they seen that, they were like, okay, he's on the chopping block. And it's really sad how they do that, but I mean, it's just that weird fucking life. Everybody's willing to, sell out for that dollar bill. If they mess around and take everybody money to this right now to this day, you got to live off the land. Them movie stars don't know how to fucking survive. If it wasn't for the amazing butlers, that's the only way they eat and their house get cleaned up. They probably don't even know how to brush their teeth.
Hey, I got a green thumb, so man, I definitely gonna be growing. I can grow all my veggies. Yeah,
facts. You know what I'm saying? But they don't look at it the small things. How we as people on the outside looking in that don't have that. We understand the struggle. We understand how if those days come, we gotta grind to get it. See, you know what I'm saying? They got big people handling their money. Everybody go and do this. And like I said, they cut every dime and penny off to this day right now. I guarantee you half of them others will not be able to survive. They'll be the first ones to kill off. They'll probably become cannibalists, even if they already eating folks anyway. Some of them are.
But Terry, it's always like that. You take anybody that's worth hundreds of $millions or tens of millions of dollars, once they go flat broke, a lot of them always kill themselves. They don't know what to do after.
And it's sad, but
it's it's a lot of people feel like it's such a big disappointment to go from the top back to zero. Like I don't know like why you can I don't know why in certain human beings' hearts why they can't just rework and and get it back again. But
But you
nah, a
got
lot of
look
them
at it, big
still
dog. When you get everything handed to you, you know what I'm saying, for so many years, and you get these roles, money coming in and stuff, and the last thing you ever
facts.
even thinking about that you gonna get broke. But at the same
And that
time, you know what I'm saying? But when it does hit, I mean, what else can they do? Because it's like, I can't be poor. I can't live like that. And next thing you know, their mindset, because they don't brainwash them so bad, they never could see the outcome of surviving after it's all over with. I mean, on the other hand, you know what I'm saying? Us as middle class and low class, we know how to survive when we ain't got no money.
facts.
Now, not everybody, some people will go out there, steal, rob, and kill. Those that's doing it legit, they know, okay, I got to get off my ass, go get me a job, make this shit happen because I still got to live. My kids got to eat. That's how we think. They don't. They let other people manage their world for them and their mindset. I don't want nobody
Facts.
ever have that type of control of me besides God Himself. Now, when He make that decision, I'll go with it. But man and woman, kiss my behind. See,
Facts.
men lie, women lie. Numbers don't.
Facts. And like T, even yo, I was watching Choke No Joke. He said something so real, and it's like yo, I could not, and I'm a fan. I'm not really like a fan of her. I just think Shorty looked good, so you be biased towards her. But it's like yo, when you really sit down and look at it, he said yo, that Illuminati is so real and powerful. Cause he was like, yo, you take somebody, for example, like Tiffany Haddish. He said, yo, she don't really got no talent like that. But he said when you got a cosign from everybody saying, yo, this my sister, this my friend, yo, go check out her new movie, da 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 da. Like you got to say you getting so many cosigns from everywhere, you have no choice but to like you get what I'm saying? He was saying that's the power of the Illuminati. He was sitting there saying,
Mhm.
when you really sit down and look at Tiffany Haddish, she can't do a full stand-up. He said, yo, she just when you really look at she just regular hood funny, like on some hood funny shit. It's not like she crazy funny. She ain't the greatest actor. So it's like, yo, she's not doing nothing like what a Robert Downey do, a Will Smith. You get what I'm saying? He was just saying she
Right.
basically got her success off of all cosigns, or for the people she's around. And he was just basically saying, just look at it. If you listen to her story and know her story, she said basically she was homeless and all that, whatever the case may be. And then she met Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart, whatever the case may be, gave her $500 and got her apartment. And then within a next month, she was this big star. He was like, yo, who the hell in history or in life just blows up that fast? You get what I'm saying? He was like, yo,
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish just had this crazy overnight success. And I'm like, yo, it's really true. Because Tiffany Haddish, like, it's not like you've seen her growth or nothing. She just was thrown right in our faces and she just had all the success out of nowhere.
Yeah. But just imagine the things she had to do to get where she at. Good or
Facts.
bad. Even though, you know what I'm saying, she's at the point where she at. She went in there, got the big head, and then they had to let her know, we run this, and we can put you at top, and we can put you at the bottom. And that's all they do.
It's a humiliation ritual. Y'all will see.
Facts. Yeah,
She gonna be
there you
booming
go.
in a couple of months. Y'all will see her.
Babe, boss lady, if you're looking at it, she's already started doing, changing her hair color,
Yeah.
doing different stuff. So it's slowly by slowly manifesting, but it just, if people ain't looking at, oh, she dyed her hair blonde. Nah, that's a humiliation part. And then
Mm-hmm.
there's
Facts.
other stuff that she got to
Yeah.
do. But they, you know what I'm saying, people don't really look at it. That's why I say you got to look at your third eye.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know that vibe. You can't just go off instinct because instinct will get you killed.
Discernment and consciousness. Mr.
Facts.
Bates. Okay, you all. We about to bring something to you all. Mr. Bates, if you would like, you can go ahead on and drop it and we can chime in on this. I mean, it's Friday. Ain't no children gotta go to school tomorrow. Ain't nobody working because I'm off when I get off in the morning. Let's go.
Accused of kidnapping, coercing and assault. While R.Kelly was faced with multiple charges in New York last year, including the unexpected such as kidnapping, there are confessions made by some parents themselves. where they agree to giving their daughters blessings to be with him.
Sister, she was like, yeah, Mom, come on. So she trying to convince me, but it's my only daughter. I'm trying to give her my blessing. So I did, again.
For a man who was accused of kidnapping, coercing and assaulting women, to later learn that parents such as Michelle Kramer were involved makes us develop even more doubts whether the government really did prove their allegations against him, or if the Brooklyn court conviction was just another free gift to the prosecution like the Chicago one. It turns out all supposed R.Kelly survivors have in the past years enjoyed celebrity status, showing up on media interviews, TV shows and others selling books carrying the valuable name R.Kelly. Friends to the media as they have been lately, in their search for fame, they have revealed a lot of information which can clearly show anyone critical that R.Kelly was nowhere close to the predator that was being described. And that he wasn't really guilty of all the counts that were described in court and that he was eventually charged for. For example, there is no way to accuse him of kidnap, when the parents themselves confess to have given blessings to their daughters to be with him. Maybe we can say that it didn't turn out the way they had hoped, but turning around and suggesting that he kidnapped their daughters is in a way going over the line. Meanwhile, what kind of parent does this? If you insist that your child was 17, and also confess to have blessed her being with R.Kelly, you are probably at more fault than the R.Kelly you blame. Remember, you as a parent are well aware of your child's age, but R.Kelly doesn't even know when your daughter was born. And truth be told, it may be difficult for a person to tell between a 17 and 18-year-old. Considering some of the women confessed to have lied to R.Kelly that they were of age, and yet with their parents' guidance, they now claim they were 17. I mean, how was he supposed to know? Remember, when you are out to date a woman, you will not be asking them to present to you their birth certificate before you can accept them over for a party or anything of the sort. You will likely go by what they tell you and what your eyes say. R.Kelly should not be judged as though he is different from other human beings just because he is a big-time celebrity. Being a celebrity does not give a man special senses to detect age through the eyes by simply looking at someone. We must admit it can get difficult to tell the difference between a 17 and 18-year-old. Michelle Kramer said her daughter became 18 only a few months after spending time with R.Kelly. Meaning she was at her transition stage to 18. That's if her mother's story is even true. Well, if she knew her age and still gave her a blessing to go be with him, how can we rule out that it was not all a setup to blackmail Robert? A setup so that she could later go on the Wendy Live show and say, R.Kelly kidnapped my daughter. A setup so that they could now press R.Kelly for exorbitant restitutions like they are currently doing in partnership with Brooklyn federal judge Ann Donnelly. Or even just so they get famous enough to sell out books in millions of copies. Why should it be that everyone else should gain financially, while R.Kelly loses both financially and socially? Why should the court and society be quick at excusing the mistakes of the mother who took her own daughter to an adult-only show illegally, and probably had to lie to the security officials at the gate that she was 18, but find it easy to convict R.Kelly for his part of the mistake, a man who knew nothing about the woman that came to him? This is where it gets really confusing. It looks like R.Kelly is only guilty because he is R.Kelly and not Michelle Kramer. It's also quite disturbing the way the show was introduced to the audience, suggesting that Michelle's daughter had been held against her will, and later to reveal in the course of the discussion that she actually voluntarily moved to R.Kelly's place, after falling in love with him at one of his shows where the mother had taken her with no invite from Kelly himself.
Her dad took her to see him when she was probably about 13.
Okay.
And after that concert, I don't know what happened, but she became his #1 fan. And during that time, I ended up moving to Country Club Hills, and everyone knows that R.Kelly lives in Olympia Fields. That's when he had his mansion, and we stayed too close.
So you wake up on a wonderful Saturday morning and you make your own independent decision to take your underage daughter to what is supposed to be a show for adults only. And you expect if R.Kelly later hears from her that she was at his show with her own mother, he is supposed to imagine she is not yet 18. Is he a magician? Why exactly do they expect R.Kelly to act superhuman and know what he has not been told? Putting opinions aside, this analysis proves R.Kelly is indeed innocent of the alleged kidnap charges in Brooklyn court, for which he was fraudulently found guilty. And it's not only kidnap that he was falsely accused of. We intend to challenge the New York miscarriage of justice count by count. Another very interesting thing to note about Michelle Kramer's story is how she conveniently makes it appear as though it was only until the daughter was 18 that she decided they can be together with R.Kelly, making herself look innocent while making R.Kelly look guilty. She more or less tried to tell us, I kept hunting after my daughter, calling R.Kelly and telling him to stay the F away from her, until she was 18 and I said okay, I now give you my blessing, go be with him if you want to.
How old was Dominique when this was happening?
She was 17.
17 right now. Okay.
She was 17. And she said, okay, I'm gonna leave him alone. As a mother instinct, she came back about a month later when she turned 18. And she told me that she had been seeing him again. So what you do? She 18. So do I lose my daughter to him? Or do I just be that mother and accept it? So I became that mother and I accepted it.
You accepted it?
Yes.
Well, her life must be as accurate as the moon orbits the earth. In real life, things just don't happen like this. It's always mistake after mistake on either sides. No one is genius enough to follow the law as accurately, especially when it comes to matters of kids and relationships. This is what R.Kelly meant when he said he had been lied on and the world did not believe him. The people involved just weren't telling the stories as they are. Everyone was twisting a bit and adding a tweak here and there to protect themselves while throwing R.Kelly under the bus. Another part of this video I found quite interesting is when she says, as parents, make sure your kids know your number off head. So that we may think, oh my God. She was a great parent. She made sure her daughter knew her number off head, and now she is advising us to do the same, just to make sure we don't also lose our daughters to people like R.Kelly.
So for 6 months, I didn't talk to her, but she knew my number by heart. So as parents, make sure your kids know your number. So if anything ever happened, they know they can call.
She was probably lost of good deeds to describe herself with, and needed to cling on to that to make sure we hear her. Why she has not yet been indicted, we are yet to find out. If the government's interest was really protecting the young women, such a parent, along with the likes of Sparkle and R.Kelly, would have already been subpoenaed. But because the primary objective of the prosecution is to deliver a service to big corporations like Sony, which want R.Kelly out of the picture, their job is to partner with such lawbreakers, grant them immunity to lie and make sure R.Kelly gets the longest sentence possible. Like the 90 years they are proposing in Chicago. The case against R.Kelly will be remembered in history as one of the biggest schemes to defraud a big-time celebrity, where parents, associates, and women teamed up to make R.Kelly pay for the time they were with him. The time they were spending his money, eating his food, wearing his shopping, driving cars he bought them, selling out books with his name tag, and leaving his own children to suffocate while they siphoned his wealth to the core. In the process serving the master they never knew. Sony Music Records, which has a history of exploiting artists all around the world, later rewarding them with lawsuits after making billions of dollars from them. The same company that is suspected to have hired the doctor that gave Michael Jackson his last dose of medicine. Well, they think we don't know. Anyway, God knows. All we know is when any of their artists decides to make claims, for some reasons they begin to get entangled in strangely unique legal matters which we have always failed to comprehend. And phenomenally, if they don't die, they go to prison for a very long time.
All right, family. Let's talk about it.
That's crazy.
Babe, they was telling them
like it wasn't.
I mean, one thing I can give that little girl, regardless of what her mother did, that little girl stood her ground and said she was not testifying against R.Kelly, and she never did.
But that They lie like hell, and it all goes back to what they all did. She just went finna get up there and lie because she know what she hadn't done and allowed to happen, right?
Yeah, and she lived with him for 13 years.
Mm.
So from 18 to what? Yeah. She lived with that man for 13 years. She loved Robert. She really did. That's crazy. And she always said it, and she never testified. That's one out of a million that kept to what she said, even though they showed her on that little Lifetime thing and it was pretending to rescue her. And she went right back after they rescued her. But
they rescued a tip.
yeah, they fake rescued her. Was throwing rocks. Yeah.
So, my guys, fellas, what y'all got to say about that?
That's a damn shame.
We've been
Go ahead, Mister.
We've been preaching that since it started about these parents. You know how much responsibility they had in this thing, and they need to be arrested as well.
Exactly. Since they
I
want to
agree
allow
with you, Mr. Bass.
Exactly. Since they want to allow chaos and say he did this, say he did that, so shouldn't it be more than fair to just say, okay, get what? If y'all saying he did this, did that, the parents need to be too. Because they allowed him at 17 and whatever else to let him go with him. Family, y'all sleep?
I agree with that.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
See, the thing is, if everybody was like being genuine and it wasn't so much like hidden agendas and everything, I would probably feel more like, you get what I'm saying? I will feel more for these females. But the fact that it's like, yo, we did our research and we know y'all lying, and it's like, yo, that's the part that's really getting me mad. It's like, yo, y'all really pushing it, because it's like, yo, not for nothing, I hate this. This is like BS to me. You got these women 20 years from now, they go sit down with a psychiatrist or a white person, and then you tell them your story, and they have to determine whether, oh, you're a victim or not. Or somebody got to throw out there, oh, you know you're a victim? Oh, I was a victim? So you mean to tell me you didn't know you was a victim this whole time until somebody else told you? Or you went to a docuseries and y'all sat there was speaking to the lady who was getting you to do the docuseries, and then now you're a victim. Like, certain things, you gotta make it make sense. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying like, yo, this man is he is an angel, he's God's gift. Like, he is God's gift in his own way. We're not taking that from him. But I'm not saying like he don't got no flaws and he didn't make no mistakes. But come on, I don't know if y'all seen the new Jeffrey Dahmer series that came out this Wednesday.
Yep.
That's Queen. Ain't that's what they try to make him seem like?
Man, hey, boy, I tell you the truth. Hey, he was going to bars. He was going to gay bars, picking up nothing but niggas, luring them and killing them and eating them.
That's aside from the eating. That's exactly how they try to paint R.Kelly. If you really sit down and look at, like, I'm like, yo, come on, this is crazy. Like,
thanks. Hey, y'all, it's number 1 on Netflix. My baby was telling me about it. Y'all know I don't, but I know of Jeffrey Dahmer when he was doing what he was doing, and when they caught him, they killed his ass in prison.
Fact, I'm not gonna lie, Queen, go watch it. It's good, like, it's great. I'm not gonna lie, I watched it all in one day. Like, it's a great series. Like, it's really good.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's exactly how they try to paint Kells. Like he was him.
Yeah, they trying to paint him as a monster, Dean.
Exactly. Like, come on, like, bro. I'm like, yo, not for nothing. And that's why I like Dominique, because not for nothing, Dominique said, yo, she even said in another, when she had the Dr. Rice guy interview her, and she said it to also somebody else. She was like, yo, they edited and chopped the hell out of my interview.
Yeah,
she was like, yo. She was like, yo, and they would ask, she was saying they would ask you certain questions, and then, like, say you answer them, they will mute it and then like put your answer with, you get what I'm saying? Like say you said yes to this, but then they'll put like a yes when you never said yes, you said no to that, but they will pause you and put the yes that you said. Like you get what I'm saying? They was editing everything she was saying, and she was saying I didn't like that. Like she get what I'm saying? She was like, yo, they like the docuseries when they first brought it to her, she said it was supposed to be a fair docuseries. It wasn't supposed to make the man seem like a, but they had their hidden agenda the whole time. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like I was like, yo, people gotta sit there and make it make sense. I'm like, you talking about R.Kelly, whatever. Like, if you had came with a boring docuseries, something trash, it would have never it would have never sold. But I'm like, the fact that they had to like, and they gotta enhance it for it to sell, because it's like, come on, like, y'all sitting there expecting like, come on, like these people weren't supposed to do that. Like how it's like with the docu-series, like they knew what they was doing. Like if they had gave us some bullshit, the whole world would have been like, man, get that shit out of here. But the fact that they dressed it up and made it look real good, it did the numbers it did. Like Lifetime, if everybody know Lifetime was hurting, like they said it. They said that docu-series helped bring their network back.
Yep, it was all done by London on the Track's mother.
Oh yeah, she's another clown. Whatever the case may be. She want to sit there and act like she a victim too, and she was one of them that was stealing that man money.
Yep, they all was. They were, man, they extorted the hell out of kids. But
and they allowed her to testify in New York and lied as a grown woman and said she don't know why she signed paperwork saying she stole money from R.Kelly. Like, you're grown. I understand the kids, right? But what about you? You're a grown ass woman. How you didn't know what you were signing?
Exactly.
Mm-mm-mm.
Come on, like they like Don Russell already said it. He said, "Yo, they knew the man had trouble reading, and they was going." He said they was doing shit like go signing his name and taking advances out in his name, like, cause they said, "Yo," you gotta sit there and look at it. Don Russell said, "Yo, sometimes you know the labels will be stingy with advances," but he said, "Yo, you gotta look at it. It's R. Kelly." He said R. Kelly always recouped everything, so he was like, "Yo, the labels didn't mind giving them." And he said, "Yo, sometimes they will go ask a label for 10, 15, a 10, $15 million advance and then take it out. And they said they will only give Kells like probably lucky 750,000 out the advance, and then the rest of them will go take the whole other 14 million and then violate him." I'm like, yo, bro, that's crazy. Like, and then y'all want to sit there and come in court and make it seem like, yo, y'all innocent?
Yeah, they been stealing that man money and doing all of this shit. That's why when he went over there to Bank of America and seen that shit, boy, I'm just wondering how much was in that banking account when he went.
But Queen, but it's funny, he would have never knew until he
If
said,
he
yo,
went,
he said he got a phone call. He said, yo, he said the banker basically said, yo, like the amount of withdrawals, they said I think she said within like a certain month period, she said, yo, the man account went from like millions of dollars to like, she said, yo, within a month to like, he only had like a few $100,000 left. She was like, yo, they said they called Kells up and was like, yo, are you the one that's making these transactions and stuff? He was like, no. And then that's when he had to go into Bank of America and then find out the man only had like what $300,000 left.
Yeah, that's all they had left.
Yeah, they violated him. Come on, it's like yo, people gotta sit there and wake up. Why all of our black greats dying broke?
Yep.
You got like Donnell Jones said it out his mouth. He said, one thing nobody could take from that man. He said R. Kelly built Jive Records single-handedly.
Mm-hmm.
Donnell Jones said that out of his own mouth. He said, "You talking about the house that R. Kelly built?" He said, not no Usher, not no Justin Timberlake. He said, not the rest of it. He said, R. Kelly built Jive. And it's like, yo, it's just crazy to me, like how this man is pleading that he got money problems, like, and then every other little bit of money he got coming in that's left, it's getting frozen.
Mm-hmm. Because that was they plan from out the gates. Out the gate, that what they plan was.
Of course, 100%. They knew what they was doing.
Like I said, they planted certain individuals when this man career kicked off to keep him in line.
Facts. And just like they were also saying, like, the record label knew his signature, but all the other signatures that they was using to take advances out in his name, they said clearly isn't his signature. But nobody's getting penalized for that. Like, that's crazy. It's like, yeah, everything is R.Kelly. One thing I agree with, I don't like his wife, but one thing Andrea said that's so real, because she want to sit there and play both sides. But one thing she said that's real, this man couldn't have been doing this all by himself if he was even out here doing something that y'all claimed.
Because she was out there helping him.
Thank you. Exactly.
She probably go and pick him up, babe, and come back to the house. Hey, babe, look what I got us. And get to work in that strong back. And them legs she got over there.
Like, who else? I can't stand Drea, can't stand Asante McGee, can't stand Geronda Pace. Like, it's some of them that it's like I really don't care for, but those ones I can't stand their asses. Like, like Geronda Pace, they caught you climbing over the fence trying to break in this man's house. Like, you so much being thirsty, like sitting there lying, like whatever the case may be.
Breaking the house. She used to catch the bus, then the train, then the all the way hours away from the city to go to the suburb to that man's house.
Exactly. But Queen, this is not the things they pushing out to the media to let the media know. And then who else? I can't stand Jim Derogatis too. He probably the one I can't stand the most on the list. Like, cause it's like he got some sick infatuation up with Kels that
he
I
do.
think he want to sleep with Kels more than them women did. I think, and Kels probably turned his ass down. That's why he got this sick, like, you got this sick vendetta against this man. Want to make it seem like you there for black little young girls. Come on. Because I don't see you report on anybody else or no other. I don't see you report on no white men. I don't see you report on any other sex crimes or sex allegations. Only thing pertaining to R. Kelly.
True. True that.
He's just happy for his name to be relevant. It ain't been relevant in so long in the limelight since Michael Jackson. That's why he keeps talking about Robert.
Right.
Hey y'all, I got one question for you though.
Hey.
I'm sorry, y'all. I keep getting these calls, man. So there's some activity going on in my complex here. But how do you think any of these other stars that was for Kelly, but now against him, and see that this evidence come up and see and hear the true facts of it? You think any of them looking at it on a spiritual view?
No, but a lot of
them. Do you think any of them going to come back and just be like, hey, man,
they know, right? Let me tell you what
pass judgment on this man,
Yeah, they already doing
open some of these people's eyes, a lot of these,
their eyes,
a lot of these stars,
I'm just trying to,
open. No, their eyes are already open. You know what slick shit they do as celebrities? They're going to keep quiet. Now, the one or two that who said, "Oh, I'm not going to play his music," that spoke out with that bullshit, we're going to see how that play out for them. But you see, the rest of them don't have no opinion about Robert because they already knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, a lot of them trying to, come crawling back now. Like you got the break, you got quite a few of them speaking on his behalf. They all taking up for him now.
But see the brat though, she the only one. Like, see Lisa Ray, the biggest hypocrite. Cause I seen her on one platform, she was being fair, and then when she goes sit down with Selena Johnson and Vivica Fox and she want to sit there and drag that man. One thing I can respect about her sister, from what I never seen her sister drag that man. She still always gives like basically Rob, that's my uncle. Like she still salute him. She said, I'm not gonna bag.
Flake out though. She did flake out on that radio station she on. She started flipping out, and then when it went to trial and shit, she tried to come back.
Oh, see, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? The rest is like, you gotta sit there and look at it like this, Mister. Like these people, like they in a world where you gotta remember R.Kelly's tainted. They look at R.Kelly's name and shit. So nobody wants to read. You got what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna willing to defend him because it's like they ain't gonna want to mess up their bag. Like everybody in that, you gotta look at it. They all in it for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Because it's like people gotta look at it like, yo,
about messing up their bag. To me, is more or less they don't want their dirty laundry to come out too.
That could be also too, 100%.
Because like they say, you pointed one finger, a million pointing back at you. I think they trying to stay safe because everybody got a little bit of dirt.
Yeah, all of them.
You heard Cassidy on the interview. He said, I didn't see it with my own eyes. He said these motherfuckers be knowing that what you call it, that'd be a bunch. He said I didn't see a bunch of underage chicks in the studio with a lot of these other niggas. He said the thing is, he said I didn't see that with R. Kelly, but he said but he's basically trying to say if it is true, he said R. Kelly ain't the only one. So he was like the fact that everybody trying to make it seem like he's the only one that did this, it's like it's crazy to me.
Mm-mm-mm.
And then also look at like a lot of people kind of hated on Kels because it's like they didn't Kels like he achieved a certain success that a lot of these people couldn't fathom. So you gotta sit there and look at it. That's where the hate be coming from with some of these other people.
He kept himself out the limelight. He wasn't celebrity. He didn't go to celebrity parties. He didn't go to things. So that could be some of the reason that they thought Robert thought he was too good for them.
Queen, you know what's so crazy, Queen? I was just telling my girl this. I'm like, yo, you know what's so funny? You don't see Robert like only time like you don't see Robert at none of these big like. Don't get me wrong. His name is up there. I'm pretty sure he gets invited every year. But Robert only goes anytime like he's getting nominated. You get what I'm saying? You be seeing all of these people at the Grammys every single year, and you be like, yo, bro, you ain't gonna put out no music in 4 or 5 years. What the hell you doing there? You get what I'm saying? Robert always like you could tell it's just like you could barely even find interviews on the internet of Robert. The only people Robert gave interviews to, and it's crazy that it's all he said it like it's people that I genuinely fuck with. And then look at it, Tom Joyner, one of them that turned around and spit in the man's face after like somebody that he helped. R.Kelly helped build your radio. I mean, your fucking I forgot his radio show. Like R.Kelly helped build that, and then you want to turn around and just shit on the man. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like,
yeah, the other artists in the industry, these industry children, I call them, and this is my opinion. they're pulling back and putting space between themselves and Robert because they don't want to be next. They know it's coming, and they got theirs coming, and they, in my opinion, trying to hide behind the bush so that they ain't the next one to get taken down or taken out.
Mm-hmm. Facts. And you all see what's going on with that. They got that same motivation. You see what's going on with his son, don't you? Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard nothing about that. Bring me
Yeah.
up.
His son as well as Boosie's son. His son and Boosie's son were caught and they did something, went to jail. I think they shooting at the Waffle House or got the fight, did something. And gunfire it erupted or whatever, but it was that wild child as well as the wild child and Boosie's son rooted to the wrong. Excuse me. So yeah, that's T.I. is out of sacrifices. So what's taking place is that allegedly he's got an in for his son. They know they play the game. They play the game. It's a game they have to play. They play it. No one is exempt, y'all.
Right.
No one is exempt. Then y'all see that allegation when it came out about him and his wife? Didn't it go away quick? Oh, okay. They were making an example out of his ass.
Right. And another person, I don't like the way she even did Rob too, but I couldn't even expect nothing better from her. Even clown ass Lady Gaga, like not for nothing, like it's like, yo, people don't got a mind of their own. Like, yo, y'all watch a docu-series and then it's like, oh, fuck him, like, he's a piece of shit. Like, people, it's like, yo, nobody have a mind of their own. Like that's the thing that even gets me mad, because it's like, yo, like, not for nothing, you use Akon, the black man, and use Kels for hits, and once you got to a certain status, people be forgetting where they come from.
Cause get what even Akon over there when he built that stuff over there in Canada and things of that nature. Guess what? He over there that sold out to the people. Then they got them people up under them spells of the government.
Allegedly, Gaga is one of those. Allegedly, Gaga is one of those higher up witches too.
Yes, she is.
Yeah,
it is.
I definitely could see that, cause.
And according to her best friend's mother, Gaga sacrificed her daughter and took her persona.
Fact, that's 100%. Her best friend did say that. Her best friend definitely said that.
Yep, no one when they up there, they do so much for them damn demons and elite and to stay relevant. That, like I said, no one is exempt. Half of it be spell working though. They be under spells and all that type shit.
Facts.
Like what you call it? Like Lady Gaga, what you call it? Her ass saw that Kels wrote for Britney Spears, Pink, Christina Aguilera, and then your ass was like, oh, I'm in need of a hit. So your ass went out and saw Kels, and then what you call it? He gave you that big hit, and then now with a case maybe people be thinking they better than him. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta quit the bullshit. Like, come on, like.
Hey, what do you expect? They no longer need him. They have made their own.
Exactly.
And for the person in the chat, I don't think that she has the case for Chicago, but you don't know what could change because R.Kelly always changes something last minute. So, no, she's not doing a state case for Chicago. It's with that white man.
That damn demon. What his name is? Greenberger, whatever. Someone that I don't trust him. I don't trust him, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I don't trust him.
R.Kelly don't trust him either, but it looked like he got something on R.Kelly. R.Kelly can't just drop him.
You know what's the thing what I think, Queen? He probably like, yo, he probably didn't spend so much money on them. Like, I feel like he paid, like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't spend the money already. So it's like, yo, I gotta use them.
Nope. Then what happened to all the other lawyers from New York?
Is he in a binding contract with him?
Yes, there's something else is wrong. When I say something else is wrong, the reason I say that, the black dude that did his, what was his name, Mechanic.
Devereaux Mechanic, yeah.
Yes, when he did it, Mechanic got fired. We don't see Mechanic no more. There was another bitch on the team. She's fired.
He fired all of
another nigga on the team. He's fired. Why the fuck is Greenberg still there doing these interviews and his own personal lawyer right now on the case? It's not doing radio and TV interviews.
Facts.
It's like he got R.Kelly by the jugular, son.
Facts. Not that makes sense.
What you say his last name was?
Steven Greenberg.
Greenberg. The other one was Mechanic. Something like that.
Mechanic.
That's your answer.
No, that was the black man name was Mechanic, and they fired him. He was the one who lost the New York case, but he got put on last minute.
He got facts. He only got
the woman
got
on
the,
there too that they tried to have a scandal saying R. Kelly had slept with him in the past. Slept with her.
Talking about Nicole Blank Becker.
Yes, and then there was another man on the trial. All of them people is fired.
Michael Leonard.
Why in the world is Greenberg still there?
Facts.
Because he's a Greenberg.
I just
he got
so mad.
Kelly. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but I feel like he got something on Robert. Robert like, fuck it, just hang around.
Facts. But I'd be so mad that like, yo, I just wish Kels was home to do the verses. Like, I'm telling you, Kels would have been the only person, cause you know Kels and Swiss cool. Swiss would have said, yo, Swiss would have gave Kels the ultimate green light. He would have said, yo, Kels, you gotta go up against yourself. And he would have gave him a whole 2 hours straight where Kels would have just wowed the verses up. Like,
I would have been dancing in my living room.
I guarantee you that would have been that verses would have broke the internet.
Definitely.
That would have broke the internet.
Probably would have been the most views, yeah.
It 100% would have been the most views. You gotta sit there and think about it.
Cause Kels don't need to bring nobody out on stage, honey.
Exactly. You gotta sit there and think about it. Snoop and DMX, theirs had the most views, and you gotta look at it. Snoop is just big as a celebrity, like just an overall celebrity. R.Kelly is a way bigger artist than, like, we talking about just artists, not a celebrity wise. We talking about artists. Come on, ain't none of them people that did a verses. They were talking about, oh, R.Kelly and Keith Sweat. I'm like, y'all crazy. I'm like, okay, come on, stop disrespecting
that whining ass Keith.
And not only that, man, listen, they would have to do a versus battle with Kelly versus Kelly. Because baby, they can't put nobody up against that man, period.
Kel's gotta tell people, you got Kels from Public Announcement, then you got bald head Kels, then you got Kels with the braids, and then you got the Pied Piper Kels, and then you just, I'm like, yo, Kels got so many different entities as a self, like, yo, people, and then you got Kels that's with Ron Osley and Charlie Wilson Kels. I'm like, yo, y'all got trapped in a closet Kels. I'm like, yo, bro, it's just too much. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, the man wrote for everybody. Luther Vandross, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Britney Spears, Aaliyah, like the list goes on and on. He wrote for Johnny Gill, like,
I'm Genuine, like, everybody.
I'm like, yo, like, people are forgetting, like, and I just hate that they push the narrative that, oh, trying to make it seem like all he talks about is sex. No, that's the music that America pushes onto y'all.
He talk about God, sex, dancing, slow dancing, shit, family, everything.
Inspirational.
Peace, love, inspiration. Yes, he talk about everything. You can always go to him when you're feeling any type of vibe. If you want to get freaky, go listen to it. If you want inspiration, go listen to it. Hey, it's up.
Exactly. Like, I'm just like, yo, bro, but yeah, like I felt another thing too. I don't know why Kels. I'm just so mad. Even Kels even gave Sparkle time to acid, gave her the time of day. He should have just stuck with changing faces.
Her and that bird mouth. She looked like a bird with messed up teeth. She still looked the same with that little nasty thing on her lip.
Girl sitting over there looking like a Erykah Badu reject, baby. What happened to her? Look like she been talking to all type of spirits and deities. Allegedly.
But yeah, I feel like Kel should have he should have just stuck with changing faces and took them to the top. Like that's who he should just stayed rocking with.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Miss Peters said Greenberg was fired. So I guess Miss Glow asked the question, was Greenberg fired? Let me see.
He was fired off the federal case.
Off the federal case, yeah.
If he was fired, then I would sue him for all these interviews that he keep continuously doing.
Yeah, I know he was fired off of the Fed, but he's still dealing with the state case. Like you said, it's weird. Okay, so also Monica says R.Kelly was ordained and that can and will never be touched. Exactly. They can't touch it on it. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But like stated, you all, like Kels is well, all is good, but I really do think, like I said, God is protecting him and keeping him covered, because I mean, if you all really want to know, like, who's gonna be around him, protect him, somebody that he can trust, like when he get out. Now I know he might go, his sister, God's sister Lily, and they might, but however, I'm just saying, let's just be honest, besides God, they gonna be after this man. So pretty much for the time being, until God situate everything he need to do with Kelly, I think he is, he's safe where he at, y'all. He is really safe right now where he is.
Thing is, Queen, if he gets his things overturned, he could be able to sue the government, sue Lifetime, sue all these news media. He gonna leave. I'm telling you, they praying he don't get none of this overturned, because he gonna leave these people dry and broke.
It'll be overtime.
He's gonna leave these people penniless, and if his ass don't come out and sue, I'm gonna go personally go find him and make sure his ass goes sue. And he's so much of a good person. R.Kelly would probably come home and still would even try to sue none of these people.
Nah, fuck that. Kels, get him.
Exactly. Like,
I doubt it, because the way Bone Jean is and how she's already putting out their defamation of character now, she gonna make sure she has Kels' best interest. Like, yeah, I think she's gonna make sure she go after them for him.
I hope so, Queen. I want him to get his get back so bad. Like, that's all I want.
Hell, if they don't be destroyed by the time the appeal roll back around. Listen, one of them already going through some. She already over there running the African high money. So they all gonna get it.
You got the other clown, the other clown that was selling that thing in Dubai, Azrael. Yo, she's another one. This man, he done got y'all bodies done up, bought y'all Birkins. Y'all was living in mansions. Y'all was living in a Trump Towers. He gave y'all the shirt off his back, and this is how they repaid him.
Yeah, living in Trump Towers. Them motherfuckers up there twisting 14-karat gold water faucets.
Exactly, Queen.
Looking at 20-karat gold, 22-karat gold chandeliers, okay? Shoot.
Come on. Like, he had them living a life, and this is what they turned around. This was that was a big.
They had an assignment. They had a job to do. They knew. They did just what they was told to do. Because if they had not, then yeah, all hell was gonna break loose. So pretty much just saving their ass. They was planning. Yep. So all righty. So family, this concludes our live for tonight. I thank each and every last one of you all on the panel, my Truth Be Told family. Also, thanks and shout out to my moderators in the comment section, as well as Miss Petey, Miss Monica, Corey. Shout out to shout out to the new members that came in. Shout out to Glow. Shout out to Candy. Let me see. Shout out to Smitty. Blessings to all. Shout out to Too Blessed to Be Stressed, Jason. Thank you all so much for tuning in and coming to be a part of Truth Be Told TV. Blessings to each and every last one of you all. So you all, this concludes the end of the live. I ask that each and every last one of you all, before you leave out, to hit that like button, comment in the comment section, share our live, as well as sub to our channel. Also, it's Saturday, it's the weekend, so no, we do not go live on Saturday and Sundays. But however, you all, blessings to you all. We will see you all again on Monday. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Thank you so much, family, for coming and being a part of the panel. Thank y'all so much, and thank you to my moderators for holding it down. Just thanks to everybody, and y'all have a good morning this morning on my side of town. So good morning / good night, y'all.
All right, have
good
a good
night,
one.
everyone. Love y'all.
Good night,
Y'all have a
everyone.
blessed night.
Peace.
Love y'all too. Thank you, Sir Miguel. Thank you, Dean. Blessings to you, King. Thank you, my family.
Good night, Queen.
All right. Blessings, 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 love. Also, if y'all would like to come in the clubhouse, you all, I may rock up for probably about an hour with y'all, but I'm going to sleep after that. You all can hit the stream, the clubhouse link, and come on over to the clubhouse.
True that, true that.